Sands comes set. He's going to work out of the set position at the belt. First pitch to Abrams. Right on time. Swing a drive. Deep right center field. Going back is right fielder Wallner, and that one is gone. Tries to go all the way in. He's going to kick it out to Thompson. Thompson for three. Good from deep. 26-19. Clay Thompson hits another three. Marsh at the track, at the wall, and that one is gone. Watch it fly. Riley Adams, top of the first. And we are live. Welcome in, everybody, to District Nation, and hopefully you noticed something different. There's face cam. I think that's pretty obvious as soon as the layout came over the overlay, but I did change it up a little bit, adding the face cam. So this is me wearing a Nationals jersey because, let me turn this way, I gotta wear a Nationals jersey. Even if it's the Yankees and the Mets, as we're watching today, I still have to wear a Nationals jersey. Hope everyone is having a great day. It's just getting into the afternoon, so I can say good afternoon. It's around 12:50-ish here on the eastern part of the world, but very excited for part of the country. Very excited to call this game for our first spring training game. The New York Mets will visit the New York Yankees in a spring training preview of the Subway Series. We're going to see a few prospects go, including a Mets prospect, Carson Bench. He's going to lead off in right field. I know a lot of Mets fans want to watch him, so I'm excited to see him play, and of course Aaron Judge play. Aaron Judge is going to leave for the World Baseball Classic in a couple of weeks, so he's only going to get a few at-bats. He already has 2 home runs, and as I'm watching, I think he's going to hit a third. I'm just saying that now. Maybe some Mets fans do not want to hear that, but I think he is going to hit a third home run. That is just my opinion. We'll get to the starting lineups in just a moment. This game is being played from Steinbrenner Field, home of the Yankees during spring training, and now home to the Rays during the regular season. So as you can see, the overlay is just a little different. I hope everyone noticed it immediately because it took me a little bit of working and stuff. And I need to switch this up. This still has NBA scores showing down here. I'll get that fixed in a moment. I wanted it to show MLB scores, so I just forgot to switch it. And of course, the Nationals are playing right now. They are not on TV, so we can't stream it, but I will be talking about this game, we'll be calling it, and I'll, of course, be checking up on other games that are going around the league, including the Washington Nationals, because, of course, we got to watch that. Let's go ahead and start the stream off just by looking at some other games that are going to happen today, because plenty of baseball is happening today. It's spring training. Obviously, you get more than 15 games a day, because some people do split squads. So you're going to get more than 15 games a day. But let's see how Aaron Judge does as he hosts the Mets from his spring training home. We're on, you could call this day 3. It's technically day 2 of games. There's games on Friday. Fitzy's Red Sox, they played. So I don't think he was on the mic. It was at noon on a Friday. But that was day 1. Day 2 was yesterday with all the good games. I apologize that we could not call the Nationals game. It was on TV, but I liked watching it. I was able to watch it just a little bit. But now all the games are in warm-up mode besides the game starting at 3:05. Most of the Arizona games are the ones starting at 3:05 because everybody wants a spring training game starting at 1:05. Just quickly before we get to the scores, this is going to be for the Mets, their second game. They are 0-1. They're 1.5 games behind in the Grapefruit League, like that matters in any way. They're 0-1 at home, 0-0 on the road, and 0-1 against the East. Everywhere else, they're 0-0 because it's day 2 for them. Give them some slack. Their record stinks. Okay. For the Yankees, this is going to be their third game, and they are 1-1. They are 1 game behind. They are 1-0 at home, 1-0 on the road, 1-0 against the AL East, and 1-0 against the Central. They played the Tigers, and I believe, I don't know who the other team was. I think it was the Rays. We'll check up on both their records and who they played. But now, let's get today's scores. It is February 22nd, another day of spring training. We'll be calling a lot of weekend spring training games. We might even be able to be on the mic tomorrow. More snow is coming. Hopefully it doesn't hit Florida. Of course, the Nationals visit the Marlins today. The Orioles, Tigers are going to be playing Cardinals, Astros, Rays, and Pirates. Blue Jays, Red Sox, Pirates, Phillies, Twins, Braves, Mets, Yankees, Guardians, Athletics, Mariners, Reds, Cubs, Giants, Rockies, Rangers. Now we're into the 3:05 games. Brewers, White Sox, Angels, D-backs, Dodgers, and the Padres. So obviously we're going to watch some of that game after this one ends because yesterday the Dodgers had a power fest absolutely amazing. I watched some of that game. It was crazy. They were scoring runs at will. We saw Alex Call play a little bit, so that was interesting. And Royals Brewers. These are all spring training games. So excited to watch this. I love spring training. I don't think many people do. I absolutely love it. It is more baseball starting in February. What is there to not like about that? I don't get it. This game is on Yes Network or MLB TV if you do want to watch it. I hope everyone stays here and listens. You can turn their volume down, turn this up, sync it up, and we get some baseball going. So their broadcast is just starting. This game starts at 1:05. And if you didn't know, the Nationals are on Nationals TV now. With MLB TV, they have I think it's a limited contract for a few years, but they left Masson, which I'm happy about. We get to keep the broadcasters, but we go to MLB Network now. So it's as if every game were on MLB Network. That's basically what it is. And it's the MLB Network scoreboard, which I like. Of course, their game's getting started. Mitchell Parker's pitching. Sandy Alcantara for the Marlins. Yes, Sandy Alcantara still plays. I was surprised, too. Getting going in just a moment. And if you didn't know, today at 7 a.m., I thought that was a mistake when Dr. DeLay set up his stream. But the USA-Canada game was at 7 a.m. today. And USA won 2-1. So, go USA. So this is a lunchtime game if anyone is eating lunch and watching this game. I had lunch before this. So looks like they have the Yankees projected outfield up. It's Cody Bellinger, Trent Grisham, and Aaron Judge. And with that, we will get started with the starting lineups and batting order for today's game as Luis Gil warms up in the bullpen. They're wearing blue uniforms. Very dark blue, more like midnight blue. More than midnight blue. With their blue hat with a white brim. They have white trim on their uniforms with the white pinstripe uniform. Starting with the visiting Mets. Leading off in right field, Carson Benj. Batting second is Mark Vientos. Vientos will man the position of first base. Batting third and doing the catching is going to be Luis Torrens. Batting fourth and being the designated hitter is going to be Jared Young. Batting fifth at third base is going to be Christian Arroyo. I think it's Arroyo, if anyone wants to correct me. That is okay. Batting sixth is going to be Ryan Clifford. Clifford's going to man left field today. Batting seventh and playing second base is going to be Vidal Brujan, the former Twin, now in New York. Batting eighth at center field is going to be Christian Pache. He's a former Athletic. Joey Meneses had a walk-off home run to him. And batting ninth at shortstop is going to be... Let me just wait for my scorecard. Get it? Is going to be Craig Kessinger, number 79. Set your lineup for the Mets. On the mound for the Mets is going to be, I believe, a prospect or a rookie because I've never heard of him. Maybe I just didn't know him. Is Justin Hagenman, and he did pitch last year, 0-1 with a 4.56 ERA. No starts, no ERA for spring training as we're just getting started. Set your lineup for the Mets. It's going to be Benj, Vientos, Torrens, Young, Arroyo, Clifford, Brujan, Pache, Kessinger with Hagenman on the mound. Now, for the home team, the New York Yankees playing at their home field and the Rays' regular season home field, leading off in center field, Trent Grisham. Batting seventh and the designated hitter, Captain America himself, Aaron Judge. Batting third in left field is going to be Cody Bellinger. Batting fourth at second base is going to be Jazz Chisholm Jr. Chisholm said he wants to go 50-50. Batting fifth at first base, Paul Goldschmidt. Batting sixth and doing the catching is Austin Wells. Wells, the veteran catcher, kind of. He's old-fashioned, no batting gloves. Batting seventh at third base is going to be Ahmed Rosario. Batting eighth in right field. Oh, just so you know, Rosario is a former National, so Nats fans, if you're here, is Yanquiel Fernandez. He had 13 runs and 31 home runs in his 138 at-bats last year, hitting .225. Didn't know his name, so to get that sets up. And batting ninth at the position of shortstop. I need to figure this out. This is really annoying. My laptop is a little slow with this. I think it's Jose Caballero. However you pronounce it. It's Caballero at shortstop. And on the mound is going to be, or it's Jose Caballero. On the mound is going to be Luis Gil. Gil is 0-0 with an O ERA. This is his first start of spring training. We'll be talking about all this. And during the game, as we're about to get underway, the field is ready to go. So, looks like my screen is up. So, once again, for Mets fans, Carson Benj is playing. I heard people thinking about who it's going to be. It's going to be Benj. As I'm getting my screen up, we are getting ready to go right here. Spring training game between the Mets and the Yankees. Thank you so much for tuning in today, making me your home, putting me in for a little while. Luis Gil, last season, 11 starts with a 4-1 record. He had a 3.32 ERA over 57 innings, gave up 5 bombs, 33 walks, 41 Ks. Opponents hit 226 average. Over spring training, the Yankees at least want to have him get better starts. They want him to get quality starts, go deep into games. They want him to find it this spring training a little bit, get the zone. And, of course, they want him focused on command, not velocity. I think everyone is focused on that during spring training at some degree. But we're about to get underway here. Spring training baseball on District Nation. Thank you so much for tuning in with the face cam. So we're getting underway. Gil wearing number 81. We'll go into the line. The righty. First pitch to Benj is fouled back, and we are underway here from Steinbrenner Field in Tampa. And that's an 0-1 count, so Benj will hit now. Hit 281 with A+, AA, and AAA, or high as you want to call it. Hit 281. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 1. It'll be a 1-1 count. A little high with that. To be 1-1. Welcome back to baseball season, everybody. We are back. And I'm a little bit ahead of the screen, but still, let me make the call. No spoilers. The 1-1 pitch. It's a ball inside, so it'll be a 2-1 count. Or outside. The screen just showed me how to check the layout for that one. The overlay to see the scoreboard. It'll be a 2-1 here. Gil, the wind, the pitch. Swinging a fly ball, center field, shallow, but coming out a little bit is Jazz Chisholm Jr. who'll make the catch. Or was that Rosario? Or Caballero was in the shift. A deep lefty shift on Benj there. Put Caballero, the shortstop, into shallow center. So that little pop out is the first out of the inning to Carson Benj. And that's how we get this one started. First pitch was right on time at 1:05 p.m. First pitch to Vientos is swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. The Mets wearing their blue uniforms, their spring training jerseys. Yankees, as I mentioned, very midnight blue. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss at a fastball right in there at 95 miles an hour. And it'll be 0-2. 233 average for Vientos with 17 home runs, 61 runs batted in with a 7.02. So it'll be an 0-2 count. Gil will go into the wind. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball right to third baseman. Ario will fire it over to first. Or excuse me, that's Rosario who will fire it over to first for out number 2. I said the wrong third baseman. It's Rosario who makes the play, the former Nat, on the 5-3 ground out. So that's the second out of the inning. So that'll bring up Luis Torrens, the catcher for the Mets. He hit 226 for them in his 2025 campaign. First pitch is a curveball just outside, ball 1. Just so you know, ABS is in play for all spring training games this season and for the regular season this season. Every team will have it. It is a new rule. Gil into the wind. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Right in there, called strike 1. It's a fastball. Gil going to the fastball a lot. And there it is, subscriber 129. Thank you so much for that subscription. We're now 129. Let's try to hit 130 today, maybe. Or let's go 135. So it'll be a 1-1 with 2 outs. Gil will go into the wind. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That clips the bottom part of the zone. It'll be 1-2. There's a low outside, but it'll be a 1-2 count. Gil has thrown 10 pitches here. Already set to go deep in this game, but they probably won't let him for his first spring training start. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive right at the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt, and that will end the inning on the line out. So a 1-2-3 inning for Gil in his first start of spring training. We'll see how long they let him go. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. So it is Mets nothing. Yankees coming up to the bottom of the first. Thanks to that new subscriber. We are getting closer. Our goal is 200. I think by the end of 26, I would love to hit 250 or even 300. The goal is 1K overall because that's the goal. 1K is the number. Sorry if the screen is a little glitchy. Only 11 pitches in that inning for Luis Gil. We'll see how he goes. So Trent Grisham is going to lead it off for the Yankees. Oh, 130. Okay, 2 more subscribers. We're now 130, so we just hit that little goal that I had of 130 subscribers. Thank you so much to those new subscribers. And we already got some votes in the poll. 50% said the Yankees, 50% the Mets. So thank you so much. We're already at 130 subscribers. That was the goal for today. Well, really 135, but the original goal was 130. So we're already going to hit that. Just minutes away from the bottom of the first. Maybe less. So, of course, Grisham's going to hit. Then Aaron Judge going to follow him in the order. And then it's going to be Cody Bellinger in the 3 spot. Now, Justin Hagenman will pitch for the Mets. He wears number 47. First pitch to Trent Grisham is going to be low, ball 1 it with a sinker at 90 miles an hour with a 1-0 count. Hagenman into the rewind. Here's the pitch to Grisham. Outside, ball 2 with a sinker at 92, so it'll be a 2-0 count to Grisham, who hit 235 with 34 home runs, 74 runs batted in, and 811 OPS. The 2-0. Called strike 1 clips the outside corner, and it's a 2-1 count. This is Sunday action right here on District Nation. And we're already at 130 subscribers. So it'll be a 2-1 count. And we're getting a challenge here? Okay. So it is confirmed it's a strike. So it's going to stay there. Call confirmed. So Grisham was the one who challenged it. And he does not get the call. So it's a 2-1 count. So the Yankees will lose their first challenge. They're down to 1. The rule is 2 in a game. We'll explain that more as we get going. The 2-1 pitch from the righty Hagenman. Strike 2. And he called it as if it were strike 3. He did the whole slashing motion for strike 3. He did the strike 3 as if it was called strike 3. No, it's not. It's strike 2, and he had to confirm that. So it is a 2-2 count now as Grisham will take some time here. The Mets wearing their Mets caps with Mr. Met with the sunglasses on. I love those spring training hats, even though I'm not a Mets fan. That was a curveball. But he called it as if it was called strike 3. Here's the pitch to Grisham, and he grounds this one foul. So it'll be 2-2 again. So it's going to be 2-2 here with no one out. Love these new camera angles for the spring. The 2-2 to Grisham is a fly ball out to shallow left. Coming in is Clifford, and Clifford will stop and make the catch for out number 1 to start the bottom of the first. So that'll bring up Captain America Aaron Judge, captain of the World Baseball Classic Team USA. We'll see how he does here after the Grisham flyout. So here's Judge, who hit 331 in his 152 games with 53 home runs, 114 RBIs with a 1.144 OPS. First pitch to Judge. Swing and a miss on an outside cutter. So it'll be 0-1. Here's the pitch to Judge. Low and outside with the cutter. It'll be a 1-1 count. He got him chase on that first one, but Judge does not chase at the second one, so it'll stay 1-1. Hagenman into the windup. Hagenman in the windup. The pitch to Judge. That's going to be a sinker low and outside, and it's a 2-1 count. So the people who can challenge, I believe it's the pitcher, the catcher, or the batter. Those are the only 3 people who can challenge. Hagenman into the windup. 2-1 pitch. That's a changeup that runs inside on Judge. Did he say he'd go? Yes, he did. Says first base umpire Carapazza. That's Vic Carapazza over there, who gets Judge on a swing. So he looks like he went. I didn't think he did, but I guess he went around. What is up, Rhino? Hope you're having a good day, Rising Rhino. Hey-o. There he is. I'm in front of the camera. I'm in front of that. Okay. Here's the 2-2 to Judge. Low and outside, ball 3. So I'm going to make this one in front of me. I don't like that it's behind me. So it'll be a 3-2 count to Judge. Here's the pitch. Low and outside, ball 4. What is up, District Nation? What's up, Rhino? Hope you're doing great. So we're going to get going here now as Judge is on first with a walk. Here's the first pitch to Bellinger, and Bellinger flies this one in foul territory, running over his catcher, Torrens. Torrens gets under its third baseman, and he makes a nice sliding catch. Ario with a nice sliding catch there for out number 2. What a catch there. In foul territory, too. 5F if you're scoring. Glad to have you back. Thank you, Mr. Rhino. So now it's going to be Jazz Chisholm from the left side. First pitch to Chisholm is outside, ball 1 with a cutter to make it 1-0. To quickly fix up my overlay, I didn't realize the Ninja Chow was behind. Thanks for tuning in, Rhino, to some baseball. It looks like there's a challenge here again on the 1-0 count. That was a little bit outside. I think it might just get switched, though. This is the cool thing about the AI. The pitch is a strike. It clipped the outside part of the zone, and it'll be an 0-1 count. So the call's overturned there. So far, we're 1 for 2 on challenges overall in the game. Torrens is successful with that one, the catcher Torrens. So it'll be 0-1 with 2 outs, and Chisholm up to bat. Here's the pitch to Chisholm, and that is outside, ball 1, and it's a 1-1 count. I don't think Torrens is going to challenge 2 pitches in a row. Set is Hagenman. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. It'll be 1-2. I'm not a baseball fan, but I'm a District Nation fan. Thank you, Rhino. And just remember, guys, if you were looking for football, go hit up Rising Rhino. Does everything football. He's a little bit of off season right now, but the UFL comes back. He will be back. He does it all. College, NFL, UFL, even CFL. Here's a pitch to Chisholm. Swinging a curveball. Driven out to center. Going back is Pache onto the track, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Showing some midseason power there from Jazz Chisholm with that line out. But that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base after the walk. After 1, it is 0-0. 2 eggs are on the box score, and we'll head to the second. Leading off the second will be Young, the DH for the Mets. That is not Jacob Young. I'm not a baseball fan, but I'm a District Nation fan. Thank you, Rhino. Thanks for tuning in. Start was at 105. Love me some football. Yes, Rhino loves football. Like number 2, good luck with the stream. Thank you, Delay. Delay, be sure to put down what you're streaming in the chat. Maybe you're doing some spring training baseball, maybe something else. Put it in the chat. I saw you did the USA-Canada game today, and USA won. So it's good for you. Love me some football. I feel like everyone does. Hoping actually we can get to more Commanders games, more than we did last year. We only did a few. We did a Bills game. We did some of the college football playoff, but hopefully getting some more of that. But this is the main. This is baseball. Baseball. Delay. Everyone loves some Dr. Delay. Young will lead off. Then it's going to be Ario who made that nice catch into foul territory, and then Clifford, the left fielder. Those are going to be your 3 hitters for the second. Now, Rising Rhino, you're a baseball fan, buddy. He's been in a lot of baseball streams. You can't deny that. Rising Rhino is in a lot of our streams when we're calling baseball. So, not much anymore, man. So, less of a baseball fan. I saw you did some Rockies games at one point, early on. But then you hit football, and you found that football is the thing to do. I think for me, it's baseball. So, Adam Beck, they're showing a little bit on the umpire. He's a little more hitter-friendly. He calls less outside strikes, but the thing is, you can't be as hitter-friendly more or pitcher-friendly anymore because there's calls that could be challenged, so anything can happen. So here's Young from the left side. Heel will go back out. First pitch from Heel. Swung on and missed. It'll be an 0-1 count. Carson Beck is our man behind the plate. Vic Carapasso over there at first. Here's the 0-1. That's down low, ball 1. It'll be a 1-1 count. I'd emailed PAS the night before because I wanted to know what to watch for today's game. And he didn't say anything about Jared Young here, who hit 186 in 23 games. He wanted to watch Carson Bench. So that is the guy I'm following. Heel. From the wind, here is the 1-1 count. Swinging a fly ball into right. Running out is Chisholm. Coming in is Fernandez, and it's going to go foul out of play. So it'll be a 1-2 count. Fernandez and Chisholm were after that one. Goldschmidt kind of stayed where he was, but it'll be a 1-2 count with no one out. Let's go. Have a great stream. What is up here, Adrenaline Sports? Thank you for tuning in. So I know you told me to follow Benj. Benj in his first at-bat hit a soft liner out to center that was caught by the shortstop, or it was caught by Caballero. There's PAS. Yep, there he is. Hey, Shinza, I put that it was hit to center. It was hit to short. Here's going to be the 1-2 to Jared Young. The pitch is outside and high, ball 2, so it'll be a 2-2 count. They won't challenge this one. Top of the first, 2-2, no outs. Here's the pitch from Luis Gil. Outside, ball 3, and the count is full. So we're all filled up with no one on base, no one out. Jared Young up. Ario, the third baseman, stands on deck. Heel into the wind, the pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Deep right field. Going back is Fernandez at the track, at the wall, and that one is gone. Watch it fly. Jared Young, designated hitter with a bomb here in the top of the second inning. The Yankees fans are here, so they're going to want to throw that ball back probably, but someone got it, and he's holding on to it. He was on a phone call, and he caught it. That was a deep fly to right center field. Fernandez could only watch it, so it's a 1-0 game. What a fly by Jared Young for the first home run of the game and the first hit of the game. There's our first watch it fly call of the year. Pitch to Ario is outside and high, ball 1. What a nuke by Jared Young. Absolute bomb to start the second inning here. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on and missed by Ario, the third baseman. Christian Ario, the third baseman, 3.01 average in single A and triple A. Here's a fly down the right field line and foul. So it'll be 1-2. So first home run call of spring training. Hopefully there'll be more. A little bit of an open stance here from Ario, the third baseman. Here comes the 1-2. Swinging a foul back, and it'll be 1-2 again. Hope you all like that judge thing that's in the top left corner of the screen. I like it. It was AI'd of a real picture. It's pretty cool. And, of course, the brand new profile picture for the channel, the 1-2. Swinging a foul back again, we'll do 1-2 again. I really like the new profile picture. I hope y'all do too. It's like their umpire Beck has time called. It'll be another 1-2 here. Heel has not left the windup, even though he gave up a home run. He hasn't had to get out of the windup at all. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's low and outside, ball 2 in the dirt with a 90-mile-an-hour changeup, and it'll be a 2-2 count. It's cold, and not too cold, but I know it's stormy, rainy all over. But in Florida, the weather is nice, and baseball is on. 2-2. Called strike 3 with a changeup right in there. Strikeout number 1 for Heel is looking, and it's out number 1 in the inning. That was a changeup that he left right into the zone. Perfect spot. It's just like the Nationals are winning 3-0 after Brady House hit a 3-run bomb. Here's the pitch to Clifford, and that's in there, called strike 1. Ryan Clifford with AAA and AA, 237 over 139 games with 29 bombs. So I think the Mets might see him a little bit. The 0-1. Swinging a foul down the first baseline. It'll be 0-2 immediately. Gil going right after Clifford here. Vidal Brujan is on deck, the second baseman. He is going to hit after the home run. So he is going to have to hit. Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss on an outside fastball. Ran him up to 96 that time. Strikeout number 2. So after the leadoff home run in the inning, Gil has come back with 2 strikeouts in a row to get 2 outs now. Good strikeout there of Clifford, who wears number 87. And Gil's wearing another high number as well. I believe it's 81. Yeah, 81. Here is Vidal Brujan with his open lefty stance. First pitch, low and inside, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. I will have to switch that NBA thing. It is really bothering me. I can't see MLB scores that we can't. So I will fix that up at some point. 253 average for Brujan last season. Here's the 1-0. That is low and inside, ball 2 with a slider, and it's 2-0. I thought that Wells would challenge that for a second, but he does not. Wells going to hit second next inning behind Goldschmidt for the Yankees. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swinging a ground ball fouled on the first base line off a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. And it'll be a 2-1 count. So we'll check up on the Nats game in a second. It's only on radio, so we couldn't call it. This is kind of our radio format, though. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss on a changeup at 89. Brings the velo down just a little bit, and it'll be a 2-2 count. Gil now has 31 pitches with this longer inning now. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball. That one will be diving play by Chisholm. No good into right center field. And that's a base hit for Brujan with 2 outs. So this inning's being stretched out just a little bit after that nice little base hit through the hole. Chisholm had a good effort there, but it was a single into right center. Now it's going to be Christian Pache. And behind him is Gray Kessinger. But hopefully he only has to face Pache. Not really rooting for any team here. I'm going to do my home run call for both teams. I usually do it for only the team I'm rooting for. But I will do it for both today, and I'm still hoping that Judge will hit a home run. Because I'd love to see a Judge home run. Gil will be set at the belt. First pitch is grounded foul, 0-1. How much baseball are you covering this year? Spring training, I want to cover 1 or 2 games about every weekend. Up to the regular season, then we'll do the same thing. We'll cover Nationals baseball whenever we can. And when it comes summertime, we'll be covering almost every Nationals games besides just a little break. So a ton of baseball. And Gil will step out here. We'll step off the rubber. Time called. And going up to second, so there's a balk. So looks like Gil balked, sending Brujan over to second. He took a look, came set. I think it was with how he took the look. So there's a balk there. Here's the pitch, and that is outside, ball 1. It's a 1-1 count. I want to cover a lot of baseball. Hoping we can cover a lot of Nats games, and whenever they're late starts that I can't cover, we'll switch to another MLB game or a minor league affiliate of the Nationals. And, of course, Sunday Night Baseball as well during the summer, because everyone loves Sunday Night Baseball. It'll be a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball foul down the right field line. Actually, this one might stay in play. No, it'll not. It'll go out of play. Into the stands. No catch made by fans. We're not watching Savannah Bananas baseball, though. Their catches do not matter to the game at all. This would be a 1-2 count with 2 outs. So 1-0 game after the home run by Young back in the top of this, or in this inning. This inning is being stretched out just a little bit. Brujan wears 2 sliding mitts over there at second base. You see that a lot more now. Here's the pitch to Pache. Curveball or slider hung up, so it'll be a 2-2 count. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hope everyone's having a great day. I will find someone to redirect for if anyone is covering a 3:05 game at all. Then we'll redirect to them, or just a radio show, anything that we can redirect to. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a fly ball foul, and we'll do 2-2 again. Or there might be football or anything. I think Arena League football is going on right now. I don't know. So it'll be 2-2, 2 outs. Heel set at the belt. Checks Brujan. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball at 97 miles an hour. He strikes out 3 in the inning. All 3 outs on strikeout. Strikes out the side. But he gives up 2 hits that caused 1 run. The run was a home run from Jared Young. 1 runner left on base. That was Brujan. Now the Mets are the first ones to get on the board. It's a 1-0 game. So Goldschmidt is going to lead it off for the Yankees. So I'm going to go ahead and fix this overlay real quickly because it's really bothering me. Because I want to see the other Nat scores. And, of course, we can check in on the Nationals. At some point, I'll check up on them now. District Nation Network, CEO host. Great afternoon. What is up, Charles? Hope you're having a good day, Charles. Thanks for tuning in. Smash them free subs and hit the like button. Thank you for that reminder, Charles. It's 3-0 in the Nationals game. In the bottom of the first, Parker is working the mound. So the runs were scored after a 3-run home run. Nasim Nunez led off with a single. Wood then drew a walk. Then Lau grounded out. And then Brady House had a big bomb. And Harry Ford struck out and Ruiz flied out. So I'm assuming one of them's catching. The other is doing the DH job for the Nationals. If you're inspired to join the chat, you are welcome to do so at any time. That is right, Charles. You are welcome to join into the chat. Say what is up. Give your thoughts on the game. I'm great. Thanks. That is great, Charles. Thanks for tuning in. I'm trying to get this sports overlay working, though. Heyo. Love Rhino saying heyo. He also came up with Fitzy's nickname. That was all Rhino's doing. So Goldschmidt's going to lead off for the Yankees. I'll get that stream set up in a minute. As Goldschmidt's going to hit here, he's already on an 0-2 count. I took too long with that. Here's the pitch to Goldschmidt. And he swings and misses, and that's a strikeout. I apologize, everybody. I spent way too much time trying to fix the overlay. And that's a strikeout of Paul Goldschmidt. It went strike looking, strike swinging, strike swinging. So it's 3 pitches and a strikeout. Hagenman is still on the mound. Hagenman. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll figure it out. Austin Wells will hit now. 219, 21 home runs, 71 runs batted in. He led off for them last season in opening day. First pitch, that's going to be low ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. So it's a spring training game. If for some reason you are wondering, this is spring training. It starts about a month before the actual season. Here's the pitch. It's outside ball 2. You get a month of baseball games before regular season starts. So around the 5th inning, everyone is going to get taken out of the game. We're going to probably have to take a break at that point so I can fill in. Here's the pitch. It's outside, and it's a 3-0 count. Hey, you remember the beginning of the Fitzy name? I do remember the beginning of the Fitzy name. It happened all summer. I think most people remember it if you are watching a lot of YouTube play-by-play, and that's outside ball 4. Wells will draw a 4-pitch walk to start his day. So that'll bring up Ahmed Rosario, the former Nat. Yeah, the 5th inning, everyone is going to get yanked. 5th, 6th, 7th inning, maybe even the 4th. Everyone's going to get yanked. Prospects, minor leaguers, non-rosters are going to get put into the game. Last season, Ahmed was with the Nationals and the Yankees. Those were his 2 teams. Hagenman sets a righty-righty matchup. Pitch to Rosario. That's a cutter that will dunk in there, called strike 1, and it's an 0-1 count. Hagenman set at the belt. 0-1 to Rosario, and he swings and misses at a cutter. That was just a bit outside, and it's an 0-2 count. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And thanks for being in the chat for the people who are. Thanks for tuning in. So to be an 0-2 count with 1 out. Rosario with his open stance. He did pretty well for the Nationals. I was surprised when he left. The 0-2 is grounded, but fouled on the third baseline. And we'll do 0-2 again. a lot of Mets and Yankees fans here, because that's the thing about spring training. It's not in select cities. So you're going to have a lot of guys and a lot of fans who are there and watching their team on a road game. So Hagenman will step back onto the rubber, working out of the stretch, holding Wells on. It'll be an 0-2 pitch here. Here's the pitch to Rosario. Swing and a miss at a slider. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. He gloved it on the foul tip, and it's a strikeout. So Rosario set down for the second strikeout of the inning. So both pitchers are striking out guys here in the second inning. Neither of them had a strikeout in the first, and they both have multiple in the second. So to bring up Fernandez, the right fielder. He's a lefty. Pitch is in there with a cutter, and it's an 0-1 count. Yanquiel Fernandez, 225, 4 home runs in the farm system last year throughout a few levels. Here's the 0-1. That is low and inside, and it's a 1-1 count. So you're probably wondering, I wondered this at the beginning too, why would the Rays play at the Yankee spring training field instead of their own? Well, obviously, first off, this field's in Tampa. The game we're watching right now is in Tampa. So that's just one reason, same city. Here is the 1-1 pitch to Rosario. Swinging a ground ball right to the third baseman, Arroyo, who will throw it over to first. That's out number 3 on the ground out. So the 5-3 ground out ends the inning. 1 runner left on base. 2 innings. There's a 0 in certain column for Hagenman so far. In the first inning, he has 2 walks. So it's going to be Mets 1, Yankees 0. So the Rays are having a new stadium built, but their new stadium, they're playing in Steinbrenner instead of their own. They play in a different city for spring training, but they are the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay is in Florida. So you could be wondering, why are they there? It's in Tampa. That's the biggest reason. They want to be in the same city, and I understand that. They just want to be in the same city. I think everybody does. And I love this view of Steinbrenner, this one camera they're showing. Steinbrenner is a very nice field, a huge media booth, obviously. I wish I would be in that booth right now, but instead I'm here watching the game. So I'm going to go ahead and finish what I was doing with the stream ticker. But I just need to make sure I don't mess that up this time. They're showing the welcome back ads for baseball. Welcome back, baseball. Thanks for coming, baseball. If you're wondering, it is still 3-0 in the Nats game as we're headed to the top of the second. I'll probably fix this Nets game. We're just going to have to see NBA scores for the rest of the game. Hey, Charlotte Hornets and the Wizards are playing. It's going to be Greg Kessinger to hit, and then Carson Bench, and then Mark Vientos for the Mets in the third. I wonder if Gil comes back out for the third. Give him a third inning in his first start. And just you're wondering, the World Baseball Classic starts in a few days, actually. Got about maybe 12 days, 13 days. It's going to be exciting. We're going to get to watch the Rockies play Team USA. Power of friendship versus a team of superheroes. Gil will be out here for the third inning. First pitch to Kessinger is outside, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. Greg Kessinger in AAA, 11 games, 235 average, no home runs. 3 driven in. Here's the 1-0 to the righty. That is outside, ball 2, and it's a 2-0 count. My screen is loading, so excuse me if I'm a little behind. So it'll be 2-0 here. My screen is glitching, I'm sorry. Here's the 2-0 to Kessinger. Swing and a miss, and it's a 2-1 count. So 2-1, no out. Leads off the third for the Mets. And he leads off the third for the game. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and a fastball at 94, right in there. So it's a 2-2 count. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, to this broadcast. I'm the first with the face cam, which is exciting for me. Put a face to a name for everybody else. It took a little while to get these settings going. It's a little glitchier, but it should be fine. Everyone can still watch. Here is the 2-2 pitch. That's high, ball 3, and the count is full at 3-2. I think hopefully all 3 of these will have new pitchers. Here's the 3-2. Or all 2 of them. That's fouled back. We'll do 3-2 again. Both these teams will have new pitchers in, probably. Just a few names for you from the Yankees who are participating in the World Baseball Classic. You got Chisholm for Great Britain. Ahmed Rosario will be playing for Dominican Republic. And Judge, of course, Team USA. Called strike 3 to Kessinger on the inside corner. And that's out number 1. K number 4 for Luis Gil. He has faced the entire lineup now. First time through the lineup, the Mets are 2 for 9 on Gil. As now it's going to be Carson Benj, the prospect everybody wants to watch just a little bit. Benj, here's the first pitch to him. That is called strike 1 in there, and it's from the changeup, and it's 0-1. Benj wearing 93. He's out in right field today. He's 0 for 1 with a line out. The 0-1 is fouled back, and it's 0-2. It looks like a slap hitter, really. He does have a little pop, as the scouting reports have showed, but he's looking like a real slap hitter day. Like, seriously slap hitting. This will be 0-2, 1 out. Gil wearing number 81 off the mound. Everyone wears the larger numbers during spring training. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a ground ball. That is made by Goldschmidt. He'll flip it up to Gil, who tags the bag in time for the out. Good play there by Goldschmidt and the pitcher Gil. So there's a ground ball hit to Goldschmidt, or kind of a 3-hopper. He makes a sliding little play and then flips it up to Gil, who has to sprint over and tag the bag for the out. So that's out number 1. So you got a few different angles here. Gil's hat went flying off when that play happened, but that's out number 1. He did get it in time. Or out number 2, excuse me. It's a 3-1. You don't see that one a lot. But that's PFBs. So now Gil will be out of the game after 2 2/3 innings of work. That'll be the end of Luis Gil. So we'll get his stat line finalized for you in just a moment. If you're wondering, still 3-0 in the Yankees, the Washington Nationals Marlins game. Looks like stood on. Rafaela just hit a home run as well. So Gil is taken out of this game pretty quickly. They have a lot of available arms. We'll see which one they choose to go to. So the new pitcher is Cade Winquest, who's going to wear number 80. Winquest pitched at the high A level and the double A level for the Mets, so he'll come out of the bullpen. He's a righty. He's going to come in to pitch here in the 3rd, so he might get this inning and then another. I think he'll finish this inning and then maybe get another inning. Gil goes 2 2/3. He only gives up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. No walks and 4 strikeouts. So a good first spring training start for him. Now we'll see if Cade Winquest can help him out. So now Winquest will wear number 80 on the mound. Into the wind. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss by Mark Vientos, the MLB first baseman. So you got a minor leaguer facing a major leaguer here. We obviously love spring training because you get to see the prospects wearing MLB uniforms, facing MLB players, and sometimes minors as well. The 0-1 or minor leaguer. Swinging a ground ball right to Chisholm. He will scoop it up and fire it over to first, and that's out number 3 on the inning, and the half inning is over. So a 1-2-3 inning, combined heel and win quest, and in 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. And as we go to the bottom of the third, we will take a break. We will be right back right here on District Nation. Don't change that channel. Don't touch those keys at all. Stay right here. Just give me a minute, and we'll be back with more baseball right here. And we're back, everybody. Welcome back in. Thanks for tuning in, spending some spring training with me on District Nation. Thanks for making me a home of baseball for you as we're headed into the bottom of the third. Leading it off will be Caballero, the shortstop. Into the wind. Here's the first pitch to Caballero, and he lines this one down the left field line, but foul. It'll be 0-1. Hagenman is still in the game. Hagenman. That's how it looks to me. So Jose Caballero, 236 with Tampa Bay and the Yankees. 5 home runs, 36 runs batted in. Not too much pop, but he got on base. So it's going to be Caballero, Grisham, and Judge in this inning, the former MVP. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a fly ball. Deep left field. The left fielder can only watch it. That one is gone. Watch it fly, Jose Caballero. First home run of spring training, and he ties this game with one swing with a solo shot, and it's 1-1. So he might have just yanked Hagenman because of that. That was a bomb. So the Yankees find themselves on the board. There goes the no-hitter. A bomb to left field on the pull side. Watch it fly, Jose Caballero, with a nice little bat flip to go with it. A beautiful smooth swing, just yanks it to left field with a two-handed bat flip, and he ties this game at 1. He'll get his high fives in the dugout. Hagenman is now at 33 pitches. His first pitch to Grisham, who yanks this one down the right field line and foul out of play. So to be 0-1. Great swing, and he puts that one out of the park. Almost up to the off of the Planet Fitness sign in deep left, which means you almost got it up to the second deck equivalent. And Grisham swings through that sinker, and it's an 0-2 count. But a bomb by Caballero. First time through the order there, 1 for 7 with a home run and a couple walks. So now Grisham will hit. It's going to be 0-2. Here's the pitch to Grisham. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. So now it's going to be Aaron Judge. I was a little behind, and now I'm back on live. Here's the pitch to Judge. That's a curveball in there, called strike 1. K number 3 on Grisham. My stream was a little bit behind, but now we're back on track. Here's the 0-1 to Judge. And Judge watches one up high, and it's a 1-1 count. The former MVP hit over 330 and is now the World Baseball Classic team captain. So did a lot in the past year. And he will do more this year. Here's the pitch to Judge. Judge takes one low and outside with a cutter, and it's a 2-1 count. So it's tied at 1 right now. The 2-1 with 1 out. Here's the pitch. That is low, ball 3 with a sinker, and it's a 3-1 count. You do not want to face Judge in a 3-1 count. Because now you got to throw him a strike or you got to walk him, and that strike is probably going to be juicy for him. Here's the pitch. Low and outside, ball 4. Hagenman chooses the option of walking him. Third walk issued by him in this game. So Judge will take a walk. Now runner on for Cody Bellinger, the left fielder. Hagenman will get back on the rubber, so he's going to face another batter here. He's going to face more batters, unlike Luis Gil did, who he only faced 10. This is going to be Hagenman's 12th batter faced. Here's the pitch to Bellinger. That's a cutter that is outside, ball 1, and it's a 1-0 count. Judge leading away from first, not a threat at all to steal. I love watching baseball again. We're still in winter over here, the D.C. area, but it's spring in Florida. Here's the 1-0 to Bellinger. And Bellinger takes one outside. It's a 2-0 count. So sadly, we will not be able to call a lot of Nats games because they're on random weekdays that I probably won't be able to make. But here, we got baseball for every other on the weekends and days I'm off. We will have baseball for different teams. Whoever's on TV, the 2-0. Swing and a miss at a changeup that found itself in the dirt. It's a 2-1 count. I want to find every game I can call, get a stream in during the weekends because football season's over. Basketball is very late. Baseball, 105 every day. And it's spring training too. So there will be a game at 105 every day. So even if you want to watch it when I'm not live, anyone else may be. 105 every day. Check YouTube, check MLB. Here's the 2-0 pitch, or the 2-1 to Bellinger, and it's outside with a 3-1 count. So it'll be 3-1 with 1 out. A pick over on Judge. Judge back in there safely. Just barely a tag. Three, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Bellinger. Swinging a ground ball, just dropped very light down the third base line. And Arrayo will have no throw, just a dribbler down the third base line. And they were shifted on Bellinger towards the left side, or towards the right side from on the pull side. And it was late and dribbled it down. So it is. So that's a base knock on a little dribbler. So now there's runners on first and second with 1 away. And it'll be Jazz to hit now. Big Jazz, who's actually little. And just, ABS, because we're watching it during spring training, this will be active in all games. So looks like there's a man going to come out of the pen. We're getting a new pitcher. It's Garcia. He's going to come in for the Mets. So goodbye to Hagenman. We'll get his line finished in just a moment. We can't really finish his full line just yet. He only works 2.1 innings, gives up 2 hits, and they were all in the same inning. We don't know how many runs he's given up. He issued 3 free passes and only got 3 strikeouts to make up for it. So we'll know his runs and earned runs in just a moment. Now on the mound for the Mets, we'll check who it is exactly. It is Saul Garcia on the mound for the Mets now. So I assume he will finish the 3rd inning at the least. Maybe get another inning as well. So now he's going to face Chisholm, the cleanup hitter today, who has publicly said that Chisholm wants to try to go 50-50. So I think he can do it. I think that Chisholm has the power to do it. As he steps up. We've already had a few substitutions here. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. 242 average for Jazz, 31 home runs. So he's going to have to find some power and steal some bases to get to that 50-50 range he wants to be in. When you say you want to do it, you may do it. That's going to be a change-up outside, and it's a 1-1 count. Rising Rhino, CO founder, GTSY. What is up? Thank you, Charles. The secret of getting ahead is to get started. That is a great quote. Thank you, Charles. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line and foul, and it'll be a 1-2 count. 1-2, 1 out. Judge leads away from second. So let's see if Garcia can get out of this inning, or there may be another run for the Mets. So Jazz is switching out bats. I think he broke his bat on that fly ball. So he will switch it out, get a brand new bat. 1-2, 1 out. Runners at first and second. If Chisholm can have a base knock here, the Yankees could take the lead. A nice gapper could give them 2 runs even. Judge taking a bigger lead away. Then he jumps back. 1-2 to Chisholm. Chisholm takes the ball up high. 2-2. Network ID. This is District Nation Network. Thank you, Charles, for the network ID. And Charles, if you didn't notice, there is a face cam now, right in the bottom left corner. It's bigger, so I think you'd probably notice it pretty quickly. 2-2, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Chisholm. And Chisholm swings and fouls this one with a little golf swing. It'll be 2-2 again. If we called this like golf, we'd have to have a really soft voice. Like, there's a fly ball to deep left. You got to have a really soft voice to call golf. I think there's a baseball broadcaster who pretended to do it when the stadium was empty. Before COVID, it was an Orioles game. I don't remember the exact story, but they were empty for some reason. 2-2, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball out to left field, and this one will be foul out of play. So to be 2-2 here with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive into left field. That's a base hit. Getting behind it is Clifford. Clifford's going to fire it home. Looks like Judge will stay at third, so that'll load the bases. Chisholm with a base knock. So the base knock was to left, so no one will score. The bases are now loaded for Paul Goldschmidt. Nice little line drive blooper. MLB Action preseason edition. Live stream broadcast on District Nation Network. That is right. This is where to be for spring training baseball. We'll be covering games every weekend. We'll have 1 or 2 games, even more maybe, if there's a night game. I don't think they do night games during the weekend, though. Now it's going to be Big Paul Goldschmidt. Judge away from third. Bellinger away from second. Chisholm away from first as Torrens goes to visit Garcia real quickly. It is spring training, but still, you want to treat it like a game. Try to win. That's not the biggest priority during spring training, but you still want to try to win some games. Paul Goldschmidt hit 274 in 2025 in his limited at-bats. He didn't have the full 150 as he'd usually get. One out, bases loaded. Paul Goldschmidt to hit. Here's the pitch to Goldschmidt. Low and outside, ball 1. Nice pick by Torrens to keep it at a 1-1 game. I think if it got away from him, Judge would score and the Yankees would have the lead. The Yankees having a good inning here. 5 batters have come up to the plate. Only 1 away. Garcia set at the belt. Here's the pitch to Goldschmidt. And Goldie swings and misses at a slider that was way outside. It's a 1-1 count. Not the pitch to swing at. 1-1, 1 out. Garcia sets. Here's the pitch to Goldschmidt. And Goldschmidt swings and misses at a slider that was outside again. Not as egregiously outside. It was not 3 days outside. 3 whole feet. But this one will be a little bit outside. 1-2, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Goldschmidt. Swing and a miss at a slider low outside again. Garcia threw the same pitch basically 3 times in 3 similar areas and gets the K. That's a swinging K. So now, bases loaded. Austin Wells will hit now with the bases loaded to try to drive in some runs. He's been a good offensive catcher. He's got the mustache, too. Here's the pitch to Wells. Swing and a miss at a high fastball or sinker. And it's 0-1. Had some fastball movement with that. So it'd be an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch to Wells. Swinging a fly ball. Center field. Going back is Pache, and Pache will make the catch. A few steps in front of the track for a second. I thought that one had some good power, but that's a fly out to end the inning. So Hagenman's line will be finished at 1, and the innings line will be finished at 1. They get 3 hits. Only get 1 run out of it. That was on a home run. No errors. 3 left on base. They leave the bases loaded. So they've already left a lot of people on base. After 3, it's tied at 1. We're headed to the 4th. Torrens will lead it off for the Mets. We'll go ahead and take a look at some stream stats for the stream today. Just to check up on it a little bit. I don't really like looking at it fully. Basketball was actually more successful during the year, and college football playoff had a lot of viewers too. College football playoff, basketball, MLB was the thing though. MLB is the sport we cover the most. So I have to put it in real quickly. We're still in the commercial break. Going to lead off in the 4th is going to be Torrens. And then Jared Young, and then Arroyo, Christian Arroyo. Gil had a pretty good outing to start this game. He had 4 Ks, so pretty successful day for him. And he obviously had a little bit more command. .2 innings, of course, 2 hits, 1 run. No walks, which was great. Only 48 pitches in that time. So he got some good work in, hopefully. Now, Winquest will be back out there after 2 pitches thrown in the 3rd. First pitch is inside with a ball, and it's a 1-0 count. He's facing Luis Torrens, who at 226. In the 2025 campaign. Winquest into the line, the 1-0 to Torrens. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. So if you're wondering, I am not running one, but there's a fantasy baseball league being run, a couple of them. If you want to join Fitzy's league, his link should be in a post somewhere. Go ahead and join his league. There are a few spots left you should join. The Thomas Fitzpatrick Fantasy Baseball League, the 1-1. Swinging a fly ball out to right center field, going back, and this one will get out of here. Luis Torrens leaves the yard. Watch it fly, Luis Torrens. And the Mets take the lead again, and it's a 2-1 lead. After their catcher shows off some power, he's now 1 for 2 on the day. A home run. And it happened while the Yankees coach was mic'd up on the Yankees broadcast. Someone leaves the yard, and they take the lead once again. The Mets lead at 2-1. So now Winquest will face Jared Young, the designated hitter. Into the line, first pitch to Young is inside, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. So it's 1-0. No outs. Here's the pitch. So it's 2-0. Here's the pitch. Down low, and it's a 3-0 count. 3 balls thrown in a row. Jared Young is 1 for 1 with a home run. So now the 3-hitter and the 4-hitter have a home run in this game. All the runs have come off of home runs in this game. Seems like the balls are flying in Florida today. The 3-0 from Winquest. That is up high, ball 4, and a 4-pitch walk after the home run. So now it's going to be Arroyo, the third baseman. Arroyo. Coming set is Winquest. Here's the pitch to Arroyo. Or Arroyo. Arroyo. I need some help pronouncing that. If someone in the chat would pronounce that, that'd be helpful. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout looking. Winquest set at the belt. Checks the runner, goes to the plate. Swinging a fly ball foul. It'll be 0-2. Winquest with an 0-2 count on Arroyo. Here is the pitch to the third baseman. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 1 for Winquest. And that's out number 1 on the inning. 2 pitchers in 4 innings. That's actually a pretty good pace for a spring training game. The Nationals in their first spring training game last year went 1 pitcher an inning. So my scorecard ran out of data. My scorebook card ran out of space. I had to start kind of using 2 boxes per pitcher. Here's the pitch. Down low ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. We'll start seeing some guys come off the bench probably in a little bit. Starting to see bench players instead of starters. It comes around the 5th inning usually. We're in the 4th. When those changes come, it will probably take me a minute to fill those in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a curveball at 77, and it's a 1-1 count. This is a live game. Just so you know, we are back. It is mid-February, and baseball's back. Or late February, and baseball is here. I was counting it down all off-season, getting so excited. And here it is, and we're back. Here's the 1-1. That is freeze him with a fastball 1-2. Didn't even move the bat. So it looks like there is some NBA going on. Cleveland, OKC. Didn't even realize that was going on. The 1-2 coming from Winquest. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Tapped over to Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt will take him himself and touch the bag for out number 2. So 3 unassisted will advance Young up to second with out number 2. Now it's going to be Vidal Brujan for a second at bat. Here's the pitch to Brujan. That is up high. Called strike 1. Okay. Clips the top part of the zone, and it's an 0-1 count. Brujan is 1 for 1 with a single. We'll go ahead and check up on the Nats score as this game's going on. Winquest sets. Here's the pitch to Vidal Brujan. The pitch. Outside with a breaking ball, and it's a 1-1 count. It is still 3-0 in the top of the 3rd. And this game is not on TV. That was why, if it was, I'd be calling that right now. But Yankees-Mets is a good matchup, too. Preview of what the Subway Series will be. Winquest sets. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball. This one will be to Chisholm. Chisholm with a nice backhand and a running throw over to first. And that will end the inning. It's a 4-3 ground out to end the inning. They get 1 run on the home run, which is the hit. No errors, a 1 runner left on base after the walk. And in the 4th inning, as we head to the bottom of the 4th, it's now 2-1 Mets. We'll probably see pitchers go to the bullpen a little bit, or coaches go to the bullpen a little bit, and the bench starting to be unloaded a little bit. And I'm not going to fill in the batting order just yet. I like to do that later. It's helpful to me. So Ahmed Rosario is going to lead it off, and then it's going to be Yanquiel Fernandez and then Jose Caballero. Those are your 3 hitters. You're showing off the Show 26 ad with Aaron Judge. He is the cover. He is Captain America is what they're calling him. Was he? I don't even think he was on the team in 2023. If he was on the team, I think they would have won. But that's my opinion. So Rosario is going to lead it off, the former National, as I've mentioned many, many times. He is the former Nat. We already got 4 likes. Okay, thanks to everybody who has tuned in. We got plenty of people who've been in the chat, through the chat, said hello. So excuse me, I have to go mute for a second to check. Now we begin the bottom of the 4th. First pitch to Rosario, and he takes a slider in there, and it's 0-1. It'll be 0-1, no outs. Here's the pitch. A new pitcher on the mound. It's Ballman now on the mound for the Mets. We'll get him put in the scorebook now. He faces Rosario for his first hitter. This is Mike Ballman. He had a 4.15 ERA in his Japan season last year. We'll get WinQuest stats finished for you. Here's the pitch to Rosario. Rosario takes one up high, and it's a 1-2 count after his foul off sorts. So WinQuest worked 1.1 innings. Here's the pitch to Rosario, swinging a foul on a curveball. He gave up a home run, so that was the only run he gave up. Or excuse me, that's not WinQuest. Yeah, we're filling out Mets pitcher. We're filling out who filled in for Garcia. Excuse me. Wrong guy to fill out. This is a big righty in Bauman. Here's the pitch, and that is outside to Rosario, and it's a 2-2. Did they call strike 3? He looked like he was ready to challenge it anyway. Judge was saying that. Why'd he challenge? It wasn't even a strike. He was making fun of him a little bit because he tapped his head and it wasn't even a called strike. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to the third baseman into the hole. He makes a nice little play. Oh! Ario trips on the throw. He can't even make a throw. So I'll see if they give him a base hit on that. He tripped as he went to throw it and chooses not to throw it. So it was a ground ball. Rosario was ready to hustle too. And a good play there into the hole by Ario, and then he just trips and falls. So not the greatest outcome. Let's see if they give him a hit. He's going to get a hit for that. So surprisingly, Rosario gets a hit. So now it's going to be Fernandez, the right fielder, to hit. Bauman sets. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line. Foul, and it's 0-1. Feel inspired to join in the chat anytime. You're welcome to do so anytime. Thank you, Charles, for that friendly reminder to everybody that they can join the chat. So it'd be 0-1, no outs. Bauman sets. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 1, it's a 1-1 count. I love this face cam, though. I like that the background is removed. I really like that. Instead of just everything behind me. Bauman set at the belt. He's mostly worked out of the set. Here's the pitch to Fernandez. And Fernandez takes a slider inside, and it's a 2-1 count. Fernandez, a big power threat. Baumann comes set at the belt. He delivers, swinging a fly ball left field foul, and it'll be 2-2 now. He hasn't actually seen a strike. He's only fouled stuff off. Fouled off some junk. Already 3 pitchers for the Mets. 2 pitchers for the Yankees so far. No players off the bench just yet. We'll get those when they come. Here's the pitch to Fernandez. Inside, ball 3. They'll appeal a swing. No, says third base umpire. They did switch. I believe that's Blackborough now. The umpires are Vic Carapazza, Blackborough, and Metz are the umpires around the bases. They alternate. So that's how spring training works. They alternate to get reps at the different bases. Home plate is the entire game, though. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Foul will do 3-2 again. So it's going to be 3-2. Here's the pitch to Fernandez. Swing and a miss at a slider up high. That's a strikeout of Fernandez. K number 1 for Baumann, the new arm out of the pen. So now Caballero will come out. This is Jose Caballero to face him. 1 out and a runner on first. Hope everyone likes the white jersey for Nationals. I got the curly W right here, and it's a Rendon jersey. I have a lot of players that chose Rendon for this first game. Here's the pitch to Caballero. Called strike 1, and immediately he challenges it. He thought it was outside. Caballero's 1 for 1 with a bomb. Third shortstop. So we'll check the ABS system here, see if it's a strike. The pitch is a ball, high and outside. Just a few, not even a full inch off. It's 0.6 inches off from being a strike, so it's a 1-0 count. So I believe both team has 2 challenges, or someone lost 1. I believe it's the Mets. I think it's the Mets, yes, because they challenged early on in the game. We'll check in a moment. The 1-0. And Caballero swings and misses. And looks like the runner takes off for second. No throw. Wait, are they telling him to go back? It was a foul. I think they said it's a foul ball, so they're telling him to go back. Going back to first is Rosario, who had the base stolen. 1-1, 1 out. Rosario with a pretty decent lead. I think he could steal here if he gets a good secondary. Here's the 1-1 to Caballero. Swinging a fly ball. Deep left center field. Center fielder Pache is under, and he makes the catch just a couple steps in front of the track for out number 2. Just barely missed his second home run of the day with that swing. Just barely missed it, too. Here's the first pitch to Grisham, and that's inside, but they're going to call it a strike, and it's an 0-1 count. Thought that was a little inside, but it's not, so it'll be an 0-1 count. 0-1, 2 outs. It's going to be Grisham to hit. 2 outs, runner on for him. The 0-1 is slapped foul on a fly ball, and it'll be 0-2. So everybody, what is your highlight? If you want to put it in the chat. Highlights of spring training so far. Everybody's highlight. I want to know everybody's highlight of the spring. Or even the offseason. Because it's only day 2. I really meant the offseason. What is your highlight? I think mine's the Gore trade because it was so big. Such a big moment for a lot of Nats fans, at least. A huge moment. The 0-2, low and inside. It's a 1-2 count. The Gore trade was just so momentous. Or momentum shifting. so much happened that day. We got Gavin Feehan, so many other prospects, the big one being Feehan. But just a lot of things happened with that trade that we did not expect to happen. I don't think I expected Gore to be gone. Here's the pitch. Low and in the dirt. The throw down to Rosario. Gets away from the shortstop, Kessinger, who is covering, and Rosario will be in there with a stolen base. So we saw him try to steal the base earlier. So there he is on second now. The throw was to the right of the shortstop, Kessinger, as he covered. He just got the ball instead of laying the tag. Rosario does a push-up celebration on the bag. So it'll be 2-2 outs. Runner on second. Bottom of the fourth inning. From the Yankees spring training home. Steinbrenner Field, the pitch. Swinging a fly ball on the infield. Under it is first baseman, second baseman, and it'll be the first baseman, Vientos, to make the catch on the pop-out. So that'll end the inning. They get one hit, no runs. A runner left on. So after 4, it is 2-1 Mets as we head to the 5th inning. So you might start seeing some substitutions now. So we never know. There's a lot of substitutions that will happen quickly too. I'll call the game as I get them to try to set up. We'll go ahead, check out some stream stats. So no substitutions just yet, at least in the scorebook. It's still 3-0 over the Nats game. We got a few people in the chat. Thanks to everyone who is tuning in today. Probably have another stream at some point for spring training baseball. Sadly, probably not the Nationals for a while until their exhibition. It could be one of their last games that we call. It's going to be the exhibition game. So no substitutions just yet. I'll check again, but I have not seen anything. And it is the 5th inning, so this is kind of the halfway point. So Tim Hill will come in on the mound. That's your pitcher for the day. Tim Hill is going to come in on the mound. 3.09 ERA over 67 innings in the 2025 season for the Yankees. He'll replace Winquist, and he is a submariner, or at least a sidearm. Maybe not completely submarine, but he's got an angle to his arm. So he's a lefty, too. Here's the pitch, and that one is going to be low for a ball. Christian Pache will hit now. Hill goes to his sidearm delivery. That's a called strike one. We'll get the line for Winquist finalized in just a moment. Hill sets. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. That one's going to be through the hole into right field for a base hit. Chisholm can only watch it. And now Pache will have a base knock. So it looks like the starters may get 3 at-bats, some of them at least. And that means that Benj might get a 3rd at-bat here. It's probably good for a lot of the Mets fans. Hill sets. Here's the pitch. That is a slider at 76, dunks in for a called strike, and it's an 0-1 count. Kessinger is 0 for 1. This is his 2nd at-bat, so it means Benj, unless there's a pinch hitter waiting to come for him right now, he is going to get another at-bat. Swinging a right through the hole into right field. And looks like going around second, he will not. So that's another base hit through the hole. 2 base hits into right field in a row for the Mets. So it sends Pache to second. Now there's runners on first and second with no one out. So now that'll bring up Carson Benj, unless there's a pinch hitter for him, as I said. So it will be Benj here, and he takes a strike right in there, and it's an 0-1 count. 7 pitches for Hill already, and he has to face the leadoff hitter in Benj. Good prospect for the Mets, starting in right. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider that cuts away, and it's 0-2. Cuts away from the lefty Benj. Good pitch there. So we haven't seen the bench get unloaded yet, so Benj will not have someone come off the bench for him. Here's the 0-2. Did he go? No, did he not? No, he didn't. So it's a 1-2 count. That pitch was outside with the slider. It's 1-2. If I'm the pitcher here, I am pumping another slider in that exact same spot because he's either going to bite or he's going to miss it or he's going to take it. The pitch, swinging a line drive down the left field line and foul. He threw the sinker there outside again. So he 1-2, 1 out. Hill sets. Here's the pitch to Benj. Swinging a ground ball to the shortstop. He tags the bag, goes to first. Double play. Grounds into a double play caused by the shortstop Caballero with a 6-3 double play right there. He tagged the bag and then went to first. So Benj is 0 for 3 here in this spring training game. It does send Pache over to third, but now there's 2 outs. So you got to get a base knock if you want to drive him in. It's Mark Vientos up, the first baseman, with his third at-bat of the day. Here's the pitch. That is in there with a fastball, and it's an 0-1 count. Mark Vientos is 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. Hill sets. With his sidearm delivery, he goes. That just missed the outside corner, and it's a 1-1 count. I thought it was in there. I thought that Hill was ready to challenge it. So the Mets have 2 of their challenges. The Yankees only have 1, so maybe that's why he isn't using it. They only have 1 challenge left. Here is the 1-1 pitch. That's outside, ball 2. That was not a strike there. It was way outside. So to be a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch to Vientos, and he flies this one down the right field line. Fernandez gets under it. He will make an easy play, and that will end the inning after the double play. The double play was big there, caused by Caballero all on his own. So there is 2 hits, one man left on, and we will head to the bottom of the 5th. It is still 2-1 Mets. District Nation preseason baseball coverage, spring training. You don't really call it preseason because there's actual games. Without commitment, you will never start. Without consistency, you will never finish. Thank you for those wise words, Charles. Great quote. Love Charles's quotes. He's a very wise quote giver. So now we are headed to the bottom of the 5th. Judge will leave it off for the Yankees. I wonder if he'll still be in. I'm surprised if he will. I mean, at the end, he is also Captain America, so he'll probably be left in for a little while. Bauman had that quick inning. He only had to face 4 batters. He gave up a hit. I think next inning they will most definitely get the subs in. But I know how spring training works. You get the starters in, and then you get some of the other guys in. So thanks for tuning in today, everybody. Hope you've had fun, and I hope you've enjoyed the face cam. Hopefully that's helpful for you so you can see my reactions to everything instead of just listening to me. That might be interesting to listen to me, but it's also better to watch. Put a face to a name, and I think that's very helpful. So Matt Turner is going to replace Mike Bauman. Matt Turner, no major league experience as well. He'll come in for the 5th. He'll face Judge. Good way to start your spring training. Face Aaron Judge. If you want to get experience, might as well face one of the best hitters in the game, if not the best hitter in the game. So line for Baumann, 1 hit and then 1 strikeout. Those are the only pitches. He's a lefty, and he'll face Judge as Judge grounds this one. Third baseman cuts off the shortstop, makes a nice play, goes to first, and it's in time with the 5-3 ground out. Start the 5th. 1 pitch, 1 out for Matt Turner, the lefty. Retires Judge immediately. So Baumann gives up a hit and gets a strikeout. Every other column has a 0 in it. So now Matt Turner will start the 5th here. 1 away immediately. 5.79 ERA in AA and AAA with his 56 innings worked. 31 walks, 59 strikeouts. Hometown is Miami. First pitch to Bellinger is low and outside, ball 1. Turner's working with a lead here in the bottom of the 5th. So he can be relaxed here. Just settle in. Bellinger's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Down low. Bellinger immediately shaking his head, so it's a 2-0 count. Liked that call when it wasn't a strike. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swinging a line drive, center field. That'll drop for a base hit in front of the center fielder, Pache. And Cody Bellinger has his second knock of this spring training game. So that's base knock number 2 for him. He had a single, a little bloop, a little like dribbler down the third base line. And then Bellinger drove one to center here, nice and soft, not like 100 miles an hour. He's not going to get the super hard velo. Just a nice little liner up to center field. So now to be Jazz, who's 1 for 2 with a base hit and a flyout. Jazz will take one in the dirt, low and outside, ball 1, and it's a 1-0 count. Turner will check the signs. He comes set. Here's the pitch to Jazz. Inside, ball 2, and it's a 2-0 count. I don't think you even see that I have the mic. Yeah, you can see the mic when I turn my head a little bit. You can see the microphone there. When I lean back, you can't as much see it. It blends into the background. So it'd be a 2-0 count with 1 out. Here's the pitch to Jazz. Inside, ball 3. It's a 3-0 count. Turner checks the signs. He comes set. Here's the pitch to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Inside and high, ball 4. Jazz will get a 4-pitch walk. So now after the first out of Aaron Judge, so Turner retired one of the best hitters in baseball, gave up a hit to Cody Bellinger, and now gives up a walk to Jazz Chisholm. So not exactly what you want, but you can work with it. So now you can also get a double play here in the inning. So now it'll be Paul Goldie. Goldie now he's 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, both of them swinging against 2 different pitchers too. Turner sets. The lefty goes. That is a changeup that'll dunk in there called strike 1. 0-1 count. Oh, 1 out. Goldschmidt could also take the lead here with a gapper or some sort of big double. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball foul, and it'll be 0-2. Anything could work for the Yankees here. And you can see out the Aaron Judge picture, that does not mean I'm rooting for the Yankees. I don't as much care who wins this game. Also, it's spring training. I don't even think the manager cares who wins this game. Turner sets. He has 10 pitches here in the 5th. Here's the pitch to Goldschmidt. Swinging a broken bat looper into left. Shortstop looking out. He makes the catch. Kessinger had the bat to worry about because it came flying at him, and he had to worry about the ball. He makes the catch on the bloop. So that's out number 2. There's 2 outs, and the catcher, Austin Wells, will hit now. One came flying at Kessinger, and then you also had to worry about the sun that was in his eyes. You can't really see the sun in most places right now, but Florida, the sun is bright and it's hot. So that's what he is seeing and what he's feeling. The bat boy will go out and get the ball, or the bat. The bat is shattered completely. So goodbye to that bat. Should be Austin Wells now. Turner sets. He's facing a lefty. The lefty delivers. That's a changeup that dunks in there, called strike one, but Austin Wells will immediately call for a challenge. So we'll see if the call is correct. And the call is going to overturn it. It's a ball. That was low on the left side of the plate by 1.1 inches, so not the best call. Good thing we have the ABS system now. Low 1-0. Turner sets. He delivers. That's low and in outside, ball 2, and it's a 2-0 count. So if you're wondering what the next few weeks as a YouTube channel will be, we'll be covering spring training baseball. And then, of course, when Major League and World Baseball Classic, that comes up, we will be covering that. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 3, and it's a 3-0 count. Wells is 0 for 1. He walked back in the second and then flew out to center in the third. Here's the pitch to Wells. That is in there, called strike one. It's a 3-0 count. So Turner now works on a 3-1 to Wells. He is working with a lead, a 1-run lead. Turner sets. And Wells will call time. That's his timeout used. The clock was winding down. You haven't worried about the clock as much. If you're wondering, score is 3-0 still in the bottom of the fourth in the Nats game. So we're ahead of them by an inning. This game will probably get finished up first, and we'll, after this game, probably head over and talk to the Dodgers game a little bit. That is low, ball 4, and Austin Wells will draw the walk. So the bases are loaded. Matt Turner issues 2 walks in the inning, sends Chisholm over to second, and Bellinger stands on third now. Bringing up Ahmed Rosario, who's 1 for 2. He struck out back in the second, had a knock in the fourth, and stole a base. So now a coach will come out here, talk to Turner just a little bit, make sure he's okay. It is spring training, but you still got to worry about winning just a little bit. The record is not the most important thing in the world, but you still got to talk to him, make sure he's okay, get him ready for when the season starts. And this is a situation that is very important. I mean, when you look at it, this is what he'll see in AAA and in the majors if he comes up. Bases loaded situation in the bottom of the fifth. He has a 1-run lead. He has to hold it. Now we'll see how he does with it. Turner facing Ahmed Rosario. It's a lefty-righty matchup. Turner from the left side comes set. Here's the pitch to Rosario. Swing and a miss at a slider. And it's 0-1. 88-mile-an-hour slider. And he bit on it. So I just realized my stream bug is a little behind. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball. This one is rolled to the first baseman. He flips it up to Turner covering, and Turner makes a barehanded catch. Nice play there by the pitcher, Matt Turner. Vientos had to go take the ground ball and flipped it up to Matt Turner, who barehanded the catch. So a 3-run ground out with a twist to it with the barehanded catch. So that'll end the inning. That ends the fifth. We'll head to the sixth inning in just a moment. They get 1 hit, 2 walks drawn, leave 3. The Yankees are leaving a lot of men offensively on the bases. We'll head to the top of the sixth inning. It is still the Mets 2 and the Yankees 1. So I'm waiting for the substitutions to come through. So I want to go through them and get going. So then Nationals game, just checking up on the mound for the Nationals right now, is Gus Varland. So a lot of games are being on TV right now. This is just one of them. I'm checking up on our box score right now for this Mets-Yankees game. So Torrens, Young, and Ario will hit, but I assume we're going to start getting subs. It's the sixth inning now. So I was muted that entire time. I just realized that. I was muted for that entire inning. Technical difficulties, I am so sorry. There's a lot of substitutions here, so let's get through with an update. I am so sorry that I was muted. Home run, ground out, single, fly out, 3 unassisted. Now there's some substitutions we're going through right now. So I'm going through substitutions right now. Try and get this all caught up. I think I'm almost done with the Yankees substitutions. So the catcher is one of the only staying in, which is Austin Wells. So I'm sorry I was muted that entire time. So that home run call didn't work either. I didn't even have a big home run call anywhere. Senger did replace. I knew it. Torrens was not the hitter. So Torrens hit a home run, but it wasn't Torrens. It was Hayden Senger. So we're still getting some substitutions here. Sorry I was muted all that time. I apologize. I didn't realize I was. So now we should be good. So I think the Mets are going to make probably a lot of substitutions here in the 6th. Senger is the only one they've made so far, and he was the designated hitter. So let's go at the beach. You still got some people down at the beach in Florida. I think a lot of people missed the beach probably. So we're headed to the bottom of the 6th. So the Yankees probably should do well with their own substitutions. It's not going to be Turner on the mound anymore. It's a new pitcher out there. Here's the pitch. First pitch is outside, ball 1. New pitcher on the mound, but as well. So it's going to be Garrett Martin hitting now for Fernandez. Actually, that's Zach Short. Okay. Zach Short will hit in the spot. Here's the pitch, and that's outside, ball 2. It's a 2-0 count. So we do have some substitutions. Hayden Senger is now the catcher for the Mets. We got some defensive substitutions for the Mets. We'll get through those in a second. Zach Short's hitting, and that's up high. This is Zach Short hitting, though. Short is the second baseman in this spring training game. And he'll take a walk, or he got hit by that one. Or it's a 4-pitch walk, excuse me. So we'll see who the new pitcher is. They haven't said who it is yet on either MLB or this. They're still looking for a name. I don't think people know who it is. So Caballero should have someone hitting for him. Here's the pitch, and that's swung on and missed. I think this is Martinez Jr. probably. Sorry for being muted through that last inning. I apologize. I think it is Martinez Jr. Here's a pitch and a fly ball. Out to shallow left, coming in as left fielder. He will make the catch. So Martinez Jr. is now hitting in the 9 hole. He's the first baseman. His first at bat is a fly out. So that's the first out of the inning. This is the one problem with spring training. You get all the substitutions. So I'll go through some of the Mets ones real quickly. So Jacob Reamer comes in at third base now for the Mets. Here's the pitch. It's high ball 1. So it's a 1-0 count. They still don't know who's pitching, though. It's interesting. They don't know who the pitcher is. We'll get that pitcher in a second, but it's not Turner anymore because Turner was a lefty and this was a righty. Here's the pitch. That's in there. Called strike 1. The throw down is in time. The gun for Short down trying to steal. So that's out number 2 on the caught stealing. This is Corona hitting now. Corona is the center fielder. So he went straight into Grisham's spot. And Clough, Jack swing set. Here's the pitch to Corona, and he swings and fouls this one off. Should be 2 strikes on him now. It's a 1-2 count. Any other defensive substitutions I'm looking for? Morabito is now in left field for the Mets. Here's the pitch, and that's low in the dirt. So now it's a 2-2 count. He sets. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to the shortstop. That's Kessinger still over there. He fires over to first, and that will end the inning on the 6-3 ground out. They draw a walk that was short on the walk, and then it's a 1-2-3 inning after that. As the Yankees cannot do anything, they do not leave a man. So they'll put another 0 on the board. It's 3-1 as we head to the 7th. We will take a break. I need to fill in some roster spots, make sure I'm okay, and I'll be ready with all those changes, hopefully. We'll be back in just a moment. First pitch from the new pitcher, Brandon Beck, is in there for a striker. Brendan Beck. We saw this guy pitch in minor league when we watched the Rochester Red Wings Scranton WB Rail Riders game, the 0-1. That is called strike 2, and it's an 0-2 count. And it's going to be a challenge here. Brendan Beck, 3.36 ERA, and his starts with AA and AAA. And it is a strike, so that call is confirmed. We're going to get the bench filled out as well. Back into the line, the 0-2. Swing and a foul. So the Yankees are fully switched up. We have most of theirs filled out. It'll be another 0-2 here from Beck. Pache is hitting. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. I think that is Pache, though. I don't think there's a substitution here. Pache still hitting. Here's the pitch to Pache. Swinging a ground ball down the left field line off the glove of the third baseman, Shuwak. And he'll fire it over, and that's just a single for Pache. And that is Pache still. So they'll probably play a little longer. So that's a base knock for Pache. So now it'll be Gray Kessinger. These spring training games, you always get the substitutions. It's thrown me off just a little bit. But Kessinger is still going to hit here in his spot in the 9-hole. Beck sets. Here's the pitch to Kessinger. Swinging a fly ball out to shallow left, running out of shortstop Ornelas. He's under it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. So Pache singles, and then Kessinger flies out. So that's 1 out and a runner on. I'm still trying to fill in these rosters just a little bit for the spring training game. So now we got a pinch hitter here. It's going to be Ji-Hwan Bae, wearing number 83. He'll hit in the spot of Carson Benj. Here's the pitch to Bae, swinging a fly ball. And this one will go third baseman running into foul territory. Tries to make a sliding catch. He cannot. So it's 0-1 on the foul ball. Trying to fill these in as we go for the spring training Grapefruit League matchup. sets. Here's the pitch to Bae. Bae takes the ball in the dirt, and it's a 1-1 count. Ji-hwan Bae trying to make himself onto the Major League roster. He had 20 at-bats on the Major League level last season with Pittsburgh. Beck comes set. Here's the 1-1 to Ji-hwan Bae. It's low and outside, ball 2, and it's a 2-1 count. Beck, with 9 pitches in the inning, comes set. 2-1 count and 1 out. He'll pick over to first, just a tag on the head just to make sure, but he's safe. Just trying to hold him on a little. Beck checks, and he comes set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2 on a slider. So it's a 2-2 count. Just trying to adjust myself a little so I'm at the middle of the camera at least. So it's 2-2, 1 out. Here is the pitch to Ji-hwan Bae. In the dirt, ball 3. Runner goes nowhere. So it's a count is full. 1 out. A new ball will be given. And ball's being given back to the bat boy from the umpire. So the count is full. Three, 2, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball out to left center, getting under it's the left fielder, and he'll make the catch. That's left fielder is Avina for out number 2. So now we'll see who's up. We got 9 likes on the stream. Thank you so much for everyone who has liked, and this is Carlos Mendoza's team. We got 9 likes on the stream. Thanks to everyone who's tuned in. So now we got a new hitter up. It's going to be Schwartz. Here's the pitch to Schwartz. That is just outside, ball 1, but a challenge immediately. Well, actually, this is Morabito. I believe this is Yankees challenge here. Pitch is a strike, so it'll be overturned, and it's an 0-1 count. So Morabito, the left fielder, will hit in Vientos' spot. You get a lot of lineup changes, too, here, not just the same players in their positions. This is Morabito hitting. Where's number 70 here in spring training, the pitch. That runs inside on him, and it's 1-1, just high as well. So it's a 1-1 count. That ran inside on him, high inside. 3-1 lead for the Mets here in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch to Morabito. Swinging a line drive. Caught by the second baseman, Short. Short becomes tall and makes that catch as he jumps up to make the line drive catch. So 1 hit, 1 runner left on, and we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. It is still 3-1 Mets. I'm trying to adjust myself on this camera. We'll check up on the Nats score now just a little bit, and some other scores around the league. Some scores around the league. It is 8-1 Nationals over the Marlins now. We'll check how the heck they've been scoring because I'm interested in this. Brady House had a home run, and then Divison De Los Santos had a single, and then Brady House hit another home run, and then Cabert Ruiz doubled, Robert Hassel with a double, and then Dalen Lau had a sac fly. And a wild pitch also caused a run. Looks like no changes in the order yet, because we're only in the 5th, so no changes for the Nationals yet in the order yet. So let's check up on the other scores. It's 3:05 now, Eastern Standard Time. So basically all the games have started. That's our 9-1 game. 4-3 Orioles over Tigers. 6-2 Cardinals over Astros. Rays and Pirates are playing. The Rays have the lead 4-3. 7-7 Red Sox Blue Jays. 4-3 Pirates over Phillies. Braves over Twins 1-0. The Mets, of course, beating the Yankees 3-1. That's our game. The Athletics and the Guardians just got underway. The Mariners and the Reds just got underway. And then Cubs, Giants, Rockies, Rangers, Brewers, White Sox, Angels, D-backs, Dodgers, Padres, Royals, Brewers. Those are all the games that just got underway. Grapefruit League and Cactus League play underway. Cactus is Arizona, if you're wondering. They have 2 different locations. So if you're a West Coast team, you don't have to go all the way to Florida. I think that makes sense. So we got 130 subscribers today. Thank you to everyone who has hit that subscribe button. We got a pretty good amount of views. Thank you so much to everybody who has tuned in to this spring training baseball. So I'm trying to get the defensive substitutions for the Mets. I think those have already started a little bit, but I'm trying to get those going. So here we go. JT Schwartz is now at first base. Or, excuse me, yeah, he's at first. I erased his name, a name for no reason. So, Jackson Clough at second, Morabito in left. We have these. I'm trying to find the other ones that are happening. So, Miguel Palma is now the catcher for the Yankees. What is up, Seth Messersmith? Thanks for tuning in. Is it snowing here? In D.C., it's not snowing yet. I believe so. So I'm trying to get these substitutions going. In Florida, if you're talking about Florida, it is not snowing. D.C., it's not either. Hasn't started just yet. And I've been inside most of the day, so I'll check it out. It's raining in most places, too. Here's the first pitch, and that is low and inside. We're still getting the Mets defensive substitutions going because those just happened. It's not snowing in D.C. yet. I believe maybe it started. Winter mix, something like that. But thanks for tuning in. Seth, thanks for coming by, and thanks for subscribing. Here's the pitch. That's low ball 2. The new pitcher for the Mets, I believe they might have it. Jorbit Vivas is now hitting. He'll hit in the spot of, he's going to be the designated hitter then. He's hitting in Torren's spot. Here's the pitch. Swing and a check swing. Did he go? Yes, and it's a 2-1 count. Thanks for tuning in today. It's the bottom of the 7th. And time called for Vivas. He's going to stretch out. Make sure he's doing okay. So Vega is now catching for the Mets. We're getting some defensive substitutions now. Vega is now your catcher. Here's the pitch. It's down low, ball 3, and it's a 3-1 count. Vivas replaced Aaron Judge. Yes. Look at the Mets are hitting. Or excuse me, the Yankees are hitting. So Vivas is in the spot of Judge. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball back, and it's foul, and the count is full. I'm from Hagerstown. Okay, that's cool. Is it snowing there yet? In that picture, ooh, Phillies fan. Okay. I'm a Nats fan here, as you can tell by the jersey, but I'm calling a Yankees-Mets game. Swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout of Vivas, taking him down. So now Banks is in for the 7th here for the Mets. He's a righty. Banks is here for the 7th. Banks comes set after striking out Vivas. He faces a new pinch hitter. The pitch. In there, called strike 1, and it's an 0-1 count. My area is bad weather. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Myers had rain, mixed winter mix. You got some rain, some stuff. You got everything here. Here's the pitch. That's low, ball 2, or ball 1. It's a 1-1 count. So my stream is a little glitchy here. So now we'll get a 1-1 pitch here. My screen is glitching a little bit. I'm sorry. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball, foul, and we'll do 1-2 again. I think the snow is coming through, checking the weather. It's starting to come through in some places. But thanks for subscribing, Seth. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. This one will be chopped to the third baseman, and he will fire it over to first. My screen is really glitching here. It's a good throw, and he is out of there. And that's out number 2. Seth, welcome to District Nation Network. You're valued indeed. That is true. You're valued. Thank you, Seth, for subscribing. My area at 78. Expected low temperature. You are lucky, Charles, and don't brag. You are extremely lucky. Here's the pitch to a new pinch hitter, and that's low. So a previous hitter, I'm trying to check it. My scorebook is not helping because the lineups just kind of change as you go. Shoemake single. Oh, that's what's about to happen. I'm sorry, but Ornelius, I just spoiled the game. Ornelas just hit, and he struck out. And there's the chopper up the middle, or just kind of dropped in the middle, and that's a base hit. So Shoemake, who's in Chisholm's spot now. So now Goldschmidt will be up, but whoever is Goldschmidt's pinch hitter will hit now. Believe that will be Martinez. It's going to be Avina, actually. So Avina will hit now. Avina's the left fielder. We're on first after that little chop single. Here's the pitch. That's a cold strike 1, and it's a 0-1 count. Coming set is Banks. Here's the 0-1. That's a 1-1 count now. So I'm behind just a little bit. I'm switching to a different device here so I can have better streaming quality. Here's the pitch, swinging a line drive down the left field line, and that's a base hit. And now he'll stop at first, and it's a first and third now. Situation after that line drive single, headed to third is Shoemake. Down the left field line, runners on first and third here with 2 away. And now to be Palma. So here's the pitch to Palma, and that's a ball and another ball, so 2-0. Kind of minimizing tabs here just so it's a couple things at a time, just to speed up the quality just a little bit. Coming set is Banks. Here's the pitch to Palma. That is a called strike 1, a little low and outside, but there it is. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball down the right field line. Going into the corner is the new right fielder, and that's foul. I think that's Kim out in right field now, or Bay. Excuse me. I think that's G1 Bay in right field now. So it'll be a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Excuse me if your chat messages are going through. I'm trying to get the stream up again. Here we go, and this one is swung on and missed. Struck him out, and that'll end the inning. 2 Ks in the inning. That sets down Palma. That was the hitter there. Palma is now. I don't see Palma anywhere. That's annoying. I think that was Ornelas. Well, that'll end the inning. Spring training is confusing. I think that's what we can learn from this. So I'm trying to get the stream back up. And I think I found a redirect location. We're going to go to the Red Sox and the Blue Jays. They're playing right now. If their game is still going on, we'll head over to them. Looks like PAS is live as well. I believe he's probably calling hockey. So I'm pulling up the stream again so I can see the messages. I apologize for not being able to see them for a little while. But now we're back on there. So we're good now. And 76% have said the Mets today. Okay. We got 25 votes. Thank you to everybody who voted on the poll. So we're very minimalistic right now. Adapting to not having the best thing. So it looks like PS is also live for this game. So it looks like we should have some better stream quality now. Very minimal with this stream setup now. I've switched it to very minimal. So we're going to the 8th inning. Looks like this needs to be reloaded as well. So I want to reload this screen so it looks better. So there we go. So it's going to be Beck back out there. First pitch is swung on, popped up. Out to shallow right. Coming in is the right fielder, Martin, and he makes a sliding catch for out number 1. Nice little catch there for the first out of the inning. So they're interviewing Jazz Chisholm about the game. So after that first fly out now, we'll get Senger to hit now. Back into the wind. First pitch. That is a called strike 1. The Yankees are only down 2, so anything can happen here. I think we can assume anything can happen. Back into the wind, the 0-1. Swinging a miss, and it's 0-2. That is Senger hitting now for the Mets. I think the Yankees can still mount a comeback here, possibly. But at the same time, you only got 2 innings to do it, and it is spring training. Here's up high, ball 1, and it's a 1-2 count. One, two, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Low and outside, ball 2, and it's a 2-2 count. So we do have some stream tech difficulties. We'll get those fixed up probably tomorrow. We'll figure out some easier ways to do this so I don't have as many problems. I apologize again. Probably not the best stream, obviously. Into the wind. Oh, sorry, he stuttered a little bit there. Beck at 20 pitches here in the 8th. Into the wind. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3, and the count is full. Into the wind. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. So he's going to draw a walk there. So walk drawn by Senger. Now there's a runner on first after the walk. Coming set is Beck. First pitch. Inside, ball 1. Did that hit him? Yes, it did. So that's a hit by pitch. So now there's runners on first and second. I'm sorry I don't really have names right now. The tech is not helping me right now. I'm trying to get it going, and it is not working out for me very well. So now there's runners on first and second. Beck has a hit batter. So we're probably going to take a break in just a moment after this. And that's a curveball. That'll be a ball, and it's a 1-0 count. We're probably going to take a break. I'm going to figure out a way to make this streaming go a little bit better, and I'll be back in a moment when I figured it out. I've gone very minimal with what I'm doing now. Set is Beck, the 1-0. Swinging a foul down the left field line. It's a 1-1 count. So I think we'll end up having a stream tomorrow. I think we will. So I believe we will. So hopefully we do. And there's a lot of games going on tomorrow. There might be a night game, but I think I'm going to do the 105 game, one of the 105s. Here's the pitch, and he throws away, actually, back to the second baseman, check on the runner, and he's back in safely. Coming set is Beck. Here's the 1-1. Here's a curveball hit out to left field, going out to the third baseman. Will make the catch for out number 2. So now Beck will work here. 2 outs. I'm trying to get it back up on my laptop so I can watch the game fully. I was watching on a smaller device, had it on my phone while I was calling it. Beck sets. He's going to go back and pick over to second, and the throw is away. Headed to third is the base runner, and he'll go to third over there. That is, I think that's Benj on there. No, that's not Benj. That is Palma. So Palma's over to third. So he was on second. Now he's on third. Did the next runner go to second there? So there should be runners on second and third now. So now it is. So runners on second and third. And now I have it back up on here so I can watch it on this screen again. So up now is Morabito is hitting now. That's not Morabito because Morabito was early. Mosquera is over at second now. Swinging a fly ball, deep right field, and that one is gone. J.T. Schwartz, second deck home run, and it is 6-1 Mets. Wow. Watch it fly. J.T. Schwartz with a home run, 3 RBIs. Makes it 6-1. So it's a 6-1 game. Here's the first pitch to Rudick, and that is in there, called strike 1. So Schwartz with a 3-run bomb makes it 6-1. The next pitch is swung on, hit into a line drive down the left field line. That's a base hit. Cut off by the left fielder. And Rudick has a hit, so that'll bring up Mosquera. So I finally got that message off my screen. It's been on there for a while now. So now it'll be Mosquera, the second baseman. 9-1 between the Nationals and Miami. Diego Mosquera in high A had a pretty good average in the 200s. Beck comes set. First pitch is outside, ball one. It's a 1-0 count. Coming set is Beck. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball down the right field line. This one will be out of play, not caught by the right fielder for the Yankees. So it'll be a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Just outside, ball 2, and the Yankees do no longer have a challenge, so they can't challenge it. They lost theirs just this inning after Beck threw an outside pitch they thought was a strike. It was challenged, and it was unsuccessful. Beck comes set. Here's the pitch to Mosquera. Swinging a ground ball. This one's right at the second baseman. He'll go to first with it, and that'll end the inning at 6-1. So we're going to head to the bottom of the 8th. Leading it off will be Garrett Martin, and then Zach Short, and then Ernesto Martinez Jr. Also, I'm no longer scoring it in my book. It was getting very confusing, so I just had to give up the book, I think. I probably can't even do it by this point. I could probably salvage a little bit of it just to have records, but we're going to take a break right here. We'll be back in just a moment, right here on District Nation with more baseball. Be back in just a moment. And welcome back, everybody. We are back for the bottom of the 8th inning. Leading it off will be Garrett Martin. He'll be hitting for the Yankees here in the 8th. We got a new pitcher out there. It is Brian Meteor. That one's fouled off. Brian Meteor. Garrett Martin's up to hit. Martin in this game is the right fielder. 102 games in Double-A with a .222 average, 14 bombs, 48 runs batted in. Martin sets the 0-1. Martin grounds this one right to the first baseman. He will take it himself for a 3 unassisted for out number 1 in this inning. So snowfall is starting to fall around where I am. At least it's starting to come down just a little bit. So it'll be Zach Short to hit now with 1 out. Short drew a walk, then was caught stealing back in the 6th inning. First pitch to Short. That's outside, ball 1. We're in the bottom of the 8th. After this game, I believe we will probably head over to Fitzy. Probably. And I'll be in that chat for a little, whoever we go to. Here's the pitch. Swinging a check swing, and it'll be remember, Fitzy has a fantasy baseball league. It's open. Also, Pure Gentleman Sports has one. If you can ask him in the chat, ask him about it, and he could probably give you some information. Come set. Here's the 1-1. Inside, ball 2, and it's a 2-1 count. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Oh, that got him right on the elbow. Looks like got his guard, though. So Maytower hits Short, and Short's on base with 1 out. Martinez Jr. will hit now, the first baseman. So the Red Sox are in the bottom of the 7th. We're ahead of them, so we'll probably head over there if there's no one else streaming currently. I'll find everyone a redirect link. It'll be posted in the chat, and then you can head over there. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. So you can head over there to Fitzy. Come set. Here's the pitch to Martinez Jr., a Yankees farmhand. The pitch. Swinging a line drive down the right field line, but that one's foul. One. Pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. So we got a watch party for a college baseball game. So we might head over there, actually. So I think I'm going to head to this one. That's just outside ball 2, and it's a 2-2 count. This guy's one, and Mets are going to challenge this call of a 2-2. And that one is outside. So the Mets challenged it, and they're correct. So they'll keep their challenge. So 2-2, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Martinez. Inside ball 3, and the count is full. So I did find a new streamer for us to visit. He's actually a pretty bigger one. He has a lot of viewers in right now. So we're going to head over there at the end of the game. Here's the pitch, and that's down low ball 4. Martinez will draw a walk. So now Short heads over to second, and Martinez Jr. is on first, and that'll bring up Corona. So that'll be Kennedy Corona. 220 average, 7 home runs. He is runners on first and second with 1 out. So the Yankees trying him out a comeback. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. So to 0-1, the pitch. Swinging a fly ball down the right field line, going to the corner, and that one is gone! The comeback is started, and it's 6-4, 3-run home run, Kennedy Corona. And there you go. He puts it down the right field line. 3 runs added to the board. A comeback has started, and it's 6-4. It was 6-1. He decides after 2 walks he's going to hit a bomb, and it's 6-4. Watch it fly, Corona. Kennedy Corona with a 3-run bomb. Watch it fly, and the comeback has started. You have your bench players in, but get a comeback started. This is a good baseball game now. This is the baseball we love, so it looks like pitching coach is going to come visit his pitcher, Matower. Or give some time to someone to warm up. Something here. But it is a 6-4 game. What a home run. And he knew it. He was starting hopping down the line. He took it opposite field. Here you go. Now it'll be Vivas, the hitter. First pitch to Vivas is called strike 1, and it's an 0-1 count. What's up, that guy? Hope you're having a good day. That guy, 87. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you like the face cam. Here's the pitch. Swinging a chopper, and that one is made the play. He's going to first with it. The throw is not in time, and Vivas has an infield single. Third baseman made a good play, threw it over to first, but it was not in time. Thanks for tuning in, that guy. Sonopi Ornelius, who has no hits yet. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. It's high and inside, ball 1. Go Yanks. Okay. Rooting for the Yankees for the comeback. I'd like to see the comeback, too. That'd be cool, even if it's a tie. Just get the Subway Series started in spring training with a tie. I'm assuming they'll see each other a lot more, too. Jonathan Ornelius with a runner on first. Here's the pitch. That hits him. So now the go-ahead run's up to the plate. The hit batter brings up the go-ahead run. The rally continues, sends a runner to second in Vivas, and that brings up Shoemake. This looks like a new pitcher's going to come out instead of Maytower. Maytower will come out of this game. We'll see who the next pitcher is. But 2 runs away from a comeback. So I do have a link ready for us. I do have a redirect ready for us. We're going to a bigger streamer. He is calling a college baseball game. Be sure to tell him I sent you over, because all the other guys are calling 105 games, so we're probably not going to make it over there. And I love college baseball too, so I will be over there with you guys. I will listen in on the game. In between the 8th and 9th, we are going to take a break, and then we'll be back. We have gained 3 subscribers today. Get a comeback. Rally, yes. It's rally time. Let's go, that guy. It is rally time. Thanks for tuning in. You usually come later in the streams, but it's fine. You're always here. They're showing the MLB oddities again during spring training. They always show those, and it's actually kind of funny to watch. Like a goose being on the field. You just never see it. 2 runs away from tying this game up. It was 6-1 this inning, and now it's 6-5. So now Joey Gerber will come in to pitch for the Mets. He'll face Shoemake. He's a right-hander. First pitch is swung on and missed. On a sweeper that cuts inside, and it's 0-1. Shoemake, 244 down in Scranton WB. They're the rail riders down there. Rail riders. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 1 and low. So it'd be a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch, and that is inside, ball 2. Come on, yes. Come on, let's do it. Let's go, that guy. 2-1, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Double play made. Did they get it? 4-6-3, and that'll end the inning. A chopper to the second baseman. Mosquera threw to Kessinger, who threw to Shorts. And that will end the inning. We're going to head to the 9th. The comeback is not finished. It is 6-4. But it can still happen. It can still happen. Ji Hwan Bae will hit, then Nick Morbido, and then Hayden Senger will hit for the Mets. We'll be back in just a moment with the 9th inning. Sorry I had to take a lot of breaks. We're trying to figure out tech here. We'll be back in just a moment. Do not change that channel. We got a comeback starting here. Spring training. A good second day of spring training already. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. We're headed to the 9th inning. So we are going over to this streamer for this game. I have a streamer lined up for us. He is pretty big. So we're going to head over. He's calling college baseball. So be sure to give him some love. He's got Penn and Texas A&M, so that's who we're seeing. So we're going to go ahead and go over to him when this game is over. But do not change that channel now. Stay right here. We're here with the 9th inning of a game that has a comeback. First pitch is outside to Ji-Hwan Bae, who flew out in his last AB. After him is going to be Morabito, and then Senger will hit after him. Or that's not right. Senger's the cleanup hitter. I think it's Suero who's going to hit for Young. Here's the pitch. That's lined foul. So I think I have it backwards. So Suero will hit next. But this is the 9th inning. There are no ties. There are no extra innings in spring training because they just want games to get over with, really. So we're probably not going to see extra innings. We're not going to see extra innings at all. We're going to see a comeback, though, obviously. Here's the pitch, and that is low, and it's a 2-2. They were not showing pitches. It's a 2-2 count now. Top of the 9th. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. As you know, we're redirecting. And give that guy some love. I want this guy. Help him get some subscribers. Back into the line. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Left center field. Going over center fielder. And he can't get it. It goes behind him. All the way to the wall. He'll throw it in. Bae will stop at second with a double. So that was an odd play. He went out to center field going to get it. And then he completely missed it going to get it. He missed it. It went kind of he had his glove here. He wanted to catch it here. And it went this way. It went the exactly other way. So it's good that I can have graphics kind of now. I can show things with my arm. That's good to have for calling games. We got MLB in college baseball as well. As you see, that guy's calling it. So now it's going to be Morabito to hit for the Mets. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul back, and it'll be 0-1. Here's the pitch, swinging a fly ball out to center field. Getting under it's the center fielder, Corona, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Tagging up is Juan Bae. He's going to be there easily, so he'll be on third. So now, or I had it wrong. Kessinger didn't hit. So Juan Bae hit the double, and then I have a message here, but Juan Bae hit the double, and then the fly out here sends him to third. So now 1 out and a runner on third. Beck still working on his 42nd pitch. I'm surprised he still is. Here's the pitch, and that is in there. Called strike 1. It's an 0-1 count. Who's your college team? That's actually a good question. Well, for college, for football, it's Navy. And probably for basketball, too. I think Navy's going to make the playoffs. Baseball, I just watch everybody. The 0-1. Swinging a fly ball on the infield. Martinez Jr. calling for it, wants it. He makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 flyouts in a row, or 1 was a pop-out, really. So 2 outs now. And now hitting will be Suero. I knew it. Suero's the cleanup hitter. That's going to be Chris Suero, 233, 16 home runs. Beck. Into the wind. First pitch. That's a curveball that does not dunk in there. I thought it did. They cannot challenge it, though. So it'd be a 1-0 count. 2 outs here in the 9th. The Yankees mascot going to sit behind the plate. Or he's a shark. I didn't believe they had a Yankees mascot. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. I didn't realize the Yankees had a mascot. I thought they didn't. Thanks for tuning into this spring training broadcast. We got an inning to go. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a line drive down the left field line. Hit hard, but it's foul, and it'll be 1-2. So I know PAS is probably rooting for the Mets to win, but I want the comeback from the Yankees. I want a walk-off home run here for spring training. That would be funny. They're not going to celebrate it as much because it's spring training, but still, it's good. Oh, yeah, I forgot to say it down. For college baseball, everyone. I just watch everybody. And I watch Omaha, which I'm hoping to cover when summer comes. I'm hoping to cover some of Omaha. That'd be really fun. Beck has 47 pitches and is still working here. He winds the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that'll end the inning. So we're headed to the 9th after the K. Carson Beck gets out of it. Those 45 pitches here, so they let him get loose. They let him go long here. So we're headed to the 9th. Headed to the bottom of the 9th. Everybody, we want to come back. Put it in the chat. We want to come back. I want to come back. I believe everybody wants to come back. We got a few people in the chat. We got a lot of votes in the poll. I didn't realize we'd get that many votes in the poll. So we got a few people in here right now. We got plenty of likes. Thank you so much to everybody who came in, who hit the like button, who hit the subscribe button, or if you just came in and hung out, maybe you just put in the poll. That is great too. Thank you so much for hanging out. We want to come back. Yes, we do. We want to come back. I mean, me and that guy, we are both Nats fans, so I know he is. His picture is Woods anyway, James Wood. So he's got to be a Nats fan. Speaking of the Nationals, that guy, I will check in on the score for you. They're showing first home run dances. It's 11-1 over there in the bottom of the 7th, so a lot of scoring going on over there. And you got the minor leaguers in now. Hopefully another home run, because home runs are cool. Caleb Lamavita got a single. Jake Rogers drove in a run. That's good. We are headed to the bottom of the 9th, ladies and gentlemen. They're showing like MLB oddities right now. That's cool. I like that they show those instead of just ads. MLB does that well. I like their ads because I'm a huge baseball fan. I like to watch MLB ads because they're interesting. And I will be watching MLB tonight because it's tonight and there's MLB on. So they're showing Florida right now. It's not too cold there, so there are people on the beach. So Guzman is going to go for the save here. Carlos Guzman, 9 saves in AA and AAA last year. So we'll see how he does here in the bottom of the 9th. Here we go. It's going to be Avina, Palma, and Martin, I believe. It's going to be Avina here, bottom of the 9th inning. They only need 2, and they can tie it and have a tie for the spring training game. And I do have our redirect ready to go for after this game. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1, and it's a 1-0 count. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I hope you liked the face cam and the jersey today. I hope you liked all that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Set is Guzman, who is looking to be a closer this year, the pitch. Outside, ball 2. He's put into a save situation. We'll see how he does here in the situation where he has to try for a save. The 2-0. High, ball 3, and it's a 3-0 count. So we'll be heading over to a streamer. I have him up ready to go. And I'll be hanging out in his chat after. I know that guy always likes going to other streamers. And that's outside, ball 4. And Avina's going to draw a walk. It's really easy to keep score during a normal game for baseball, but keeping score of a spring training game is really hard. But I love watching spring training, as I've said many. So now Miguel Palma will hit now. He hit 155 with AA and AAA, more of a power guy, and played in the rookie league. They don't really keep track of stats down there, though. That'd be the Florida Complex League. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, foul, and it'll be 0-1. I remember Abrams was demoted there at the end of the 2024 season for the gambling that happened. He had a great season, was an all-star in 2024. He had an absolutely great season, was an all-star, and was demoted at the end of the season after Chicago because he was at a casino until 3 a.m., I believe it was. Still, curfew was 11, so the 0-1. Check swing. No, and it's a 1-1 count. That was outside. So thank you so much. We gained 3 subscribers today. Very early on, too. And then we got one later who hung out in the chat with us. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Palma swung through that one. We'll be probably on the mic soon enough at some point. Palma checks. And now he's still checking. He comes set. Time called by Palma, the hitter. So it'll be 1-2, no outs, a runner on first. I think a comeback can happen here. The 1-2. Outside ball 2, and it's a 2-2 count. Just barely missed it. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball down the right field line and foul. Thanks to everybody who's been through the comments every game that I stream. I know I have a lot of usuals, and I have some new people who just come in, say hi, they want to be seen on there, and that's great. If you want to hang out with me, you can chat, and I'll put your message on there, and we will hang out. We'll talk baseball, talk basketball, talk football, and I'm willing to talk about other sports while I'm calling a game. A lot of people don't like that, but I will talk about another sport or another team. The 2-2. Swinging a fly ball foul again, like the Gore trade. I mean, I did that short on it, but I'm excited to watch spring training, and I've been following it to see who gets the starter spots. I mean, so far we've had Jake Eater get a start, Shinosuke Ogasawara get a start, Mitchell Parker got it today. I assume Jake Irvin's going to get the ball tomorrow, but Irvin and Cavalli are kind of your aces now as a team. So we'll see how that goes. 2-2, swinging a fly ball to right, getting under its right fielder, and he'll make the catch. That's Ji-Hwan Bae out there for out number 1. So the Mets are 2 outs away from their first win of spring training in their second game of spring training. So they're trying to make it 500, which would send the Yankees to 1-2, but a comeback can still happen because a comeback can always happen in baseball. That's the great thing. There's no clock. That quote doesn't really apply anymore. There's a clock, but there's no play clock. There's a pitch clock, but you don't have a amount of time. Here's the pitch. It's a ball. You have pitches and strikes instead of a clock and points, which I like. I feel like it's more calm. You can do things. You can have strategy. There's a lot that goes into it to win a game. And Clough still is at second. I don't know why they changed it. I think he's at short now. Here's the pitch. That is a check swing, appeal, no, and it's a 2-0 count. That ball was in the dirt anyways. So I have our redirect link ready to go. And we'll be ready to go there. So to be a 2-0 count. Here's the pitch, and it's up high, 3-0. So it'd be a 3-0 count with 1 out. Here's the pitch. In there, called strike 1 into the 3-1 count. So I'll probably know in a couple hours if I'm streaming or not tomorrow. I wonder what pick the Nationals get in the draft. I'm just thinking about that. Called strike 2 and the count is full. So we had the first round pick last year, so we can't have any higher than, I think the rule is 10. You can't have the first round draft pick in a row. And I like that. You can't tank in baseball. That's not going to happen. You're not going to see tankers. You're not going to see any of that. People try to win. Or you're rebuilding. There's really no tanking. And that's a ball 4. And now there's 2 walks in a row, and that'll bring the winning run to the plate with 1 out. In the form of Short, the second baseman. We'll be right back. So I had to just slip away for a second, but 2 outs, and they just had a pitcher's mound visit there. So 2 outs, runners on first and second. Short up to bat. Zach Short does have a home run in this game. But this was not Short. That was someone else. The pitch. High ball 1, it's a 1-0 count. 1-0, 1 out. Here's the pitch. That is called strike 1 on the outside corner. It's a 1-1 count. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. One, 2, 1 out. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And that is the second out of the inning. So now they're 1 out away. Martinez Jr. will be the last hope for the Yankees with 2 outs. The Yankees are going to lose. Probably. I mean, there's still a comeback. It can still happen. But if he hits a 3-run bomb, that'd be cool. 2 outs. You get to that point. That'd be funny. Guzman comes set. First pitch to Martinez is called strike 1 on the inside corner. He wanted to challenge it, but he doesn't have a challenge. So Ernesto Martinez Jr. in AAA, 6 home runs. He's got the build to be a power hitter, but I assume he is. Like the way he's built, he's big and muscular with an open stance. You'd assume he crushes the ball. 220 with 6 bombs. The pitch. Down low, and it's a 1-1 count. He wanted to challenge it. He does not have a challenge yet. 1-1, 2 outs. Guzman comes set, or Guzman, however you want to say it. Comes set. Here is Martinez Jr. to hit. Swinging a ground ball right to the first baseman. He will take it himself, and that will end the game. The Mets will take this one 6-4. They win it 6-4, and now that brings them to 1-1 and makes the Yankees 1-2. So the Mets are back at 500, and the Yankees are at 1-2. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to get your redirect link. Some thoughts about the game. The power. There were so many home runs. I did not expect there to be 8 home runs in this game. That was crazy. All we were watching was home runs. So that'll do it for today's stream. I have your